Hi, my name is Sasha Craig. I play Kelsey Winslow on Lightspeed Rescue, and you're here for a Ranger Recap.
Cause I am the one you should fear the most. Cause I am the one who will take you down. And as long as I exist, there's hope for the world. Hope for the world. Hope for the world. Hope for the world.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to RVG's Ranger Recap, the only Ranger podcast that ever dares ask the question: do you open a door, get on the floor, even dare walk the dinosaur? Nobody?
Aw.
Aw. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur.
We get it.
I'm on it. Good Lord. And for those wondering where is Easy, he's enjoying the Turkey Day Marathon. Give him a minute.
Yeah,
He'll try himself. He has self-control.
I think.
Usually.
Usually.
You know who we are. My name's Matty Jay. That is the Shades. This, as promised, Easy. The Easy of Rida will show up in a few minutes.
Has he already told you as such on Skype?
He is on Skype. He is online on Skype. He has seen that we are setting up for this stuff.
I want to give him a little nudge. Okay, this is the one show we kind of need him here for, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of the big one.
I hate to do this Easy, but
I know. Yeah,
this
like
Easy.
I know you're
But
enjoying
put the
your
nice
drink.
Manos. For those who don't know, Easy has a day off and he actually gets to enjoy Manos. Actually, the MST3K Turkey Day Marathon. And right now they're showing Manos the Hands of Fate.
Oh,
So,
that's gonna be so hard to pull him away from that one.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
I'm telling him now. I hate to do this, buddy. But put the nice Manos down.
Warning, he's probably gonna come in here like, you all better be grateful that I'm doing this, or you. Calling it now. Also, hey, Man in Black's actually in the chat tonight.
Hey, it is well.
And as some of you have noticed, I have the chat on screen here on the live stream because I found out a way to make that happen so you guys can know when what we're reacting to and when we're reacting to stuff. You can see when that delay kicks in.
Fireball Disaster. This Tuesday is my birthday. Well, happy birthday, sir.
Yep. Tell you what, you show up on Monday for Rising Sun. I think a Subarashi might be coming your way then.
Yeah.
I know you usually show up for that one, so yeah, pop on in. Just do me a favor. Don't bombard us with questions. I know you have a bad habit of doing that. Also, big shout out to Zeltrax, who's been doing all of our title cards throughout the season, and contributed the big finale title card you guys just saw. And yes, it includes the one Ranger who should be in the series, but apparently never showed up.
Yeah. That unfortunately happened.
Yep. Well, Evan, there's really nowhere I can put that chat without blocking somebody. So you kind of take what you can get.
And besides, I'm usually nameless and faceless. Fozzie.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Lex, remind me, what is tomorrow? Unless you're talking about Black Friday. I know that much. Which I feel sorry for anyone who's going shopping tomorrow.
I have to go through the mall, but I will be going through at noon when most of the bullshit will be done. And most people are just going, okay, what the scraps we can get at decent prices. Let's see what the prices are. Yeah.
Die Hard, the reason why people are making a big deal out of the Talon Ranger, not so much just because of the fact they left him out entirely. I don't think anyone would have been too upset about it at first. The problem is that he was teased. He was in the promos. They showed him unveiling his helmet in American promos. When you do that, there's kind of an expectation that he's going to be in the series. You leave him out, then you kind of disappoint a few people. You know, that's more what it is. Not so much that he was left out altogether, it's the fact that they teased him and then never followed through on their tease. I would have been fine if they never teased him and just left him out completely. I get that. It's not the first time that's happened. Lightspeed Rescue left several Rangers out of Go-Go 5 stock footage. It's not unheard of.
The over-teasing and everything else, it happens all the time in wrestling. And very, very rarely does stuff and things actually mount up to actually the hype. Unless you're Shinsuke Nakamura. But, you know.
Yeah. So that's more why some fans are throwing a fit about not seeing him, is that they teased him and then didn't follow through. Kind of pissed a few people off. Now, I agree, Die Hard. They shouldn't have teased him. If they hadn't teased him, nobody would, like, the Die Hard fans would not have expected him to show up, and the casual fans who don't follow Sentai would have never even known who the fuck it was. I mean, like, who's this Talon Ranger everyone keeps talking about? Like, again, the fact that we have the name the Talon Ranger kind of says something. They were expecting him to show up. Yeah,
we gave up the ghost a couple episodes ago. We're just going, yeah, this is not happening.
No, yeah. At this point, we'd have been surprised if it did show up.
We would have been ready to call bullshit if he shows up today.
Yeah,
we are prepared to do so anyway.
Yeah.
By the way, for those wondering, hey, you talking any news? No. As soon as Easy's up and ready to go, we're riffing. So have your episode ready from whatever legal source you have it.
Yeah, that's my line, you asshole.
I know, but you still get to say it.
I know. I'm
just
messing.
giving the people a fair heads up.
I'm messing with you, but but yeah. Also, a couple of things I'm going to bring up now. This is the 1 week. Given that we're going to be talking about the series as a whole and today's episode, we're going to be lenient on emails tonight. If they run a little long, we understand. And I know a couple of you guys did. But given the fact that we're talking about the series as a whole tonight, you kind of can't prevent that. So don't worry, no Daves will be dealt tonight for long emails. We may cut them down a little bit if we have to, but we're going to read as much of them as we can. Because this is kind of a big night for us. Hey, Seraph, how you doing, buddy?
Seraph!
Yeah. I guess you can say he's our new boss now, the Broken Infinite.
Yeah, you can say that. The new guy. By the way, Terrible Disaster, do you think I should get out to Sentai or Ranger toys? Really depends. If you just want the more for the show and everything else, I'd say go for the Ranger toys. They are smaller. They are made for kids, true. But for example, the Dino Charge Morphin Blaster, the Morpher Blaster, it's small, yes, but it's entirely serviceable.
Yeah, I have. See, here's the thing. Actually, I'm going to follow on that because I have both. Yeah. I have the Gabu Revolver. If anyone saw the Matty's Ranger Stop videos where I won that son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
and they also bought me like a couple of years ago the Dino Charge Morpher for the kids. So I have both the American and the Japanese version of that gun.
And I happen to have the Gokai Mobrigates and the Super Mega Force Super Mega Force Morpher, the phone thing. Well, the French version to be honest, but still, So it's up to you. If you want more accuracy, go for the Japanese one because it is larger and it is a little more screen accurate. They tend to use the toys on the show, But it depends on what you want. If you want to pay a little extra premium or wait till conventions like Morphicon or Ranger Stop, you can. Otherwise, you're paying shipping for some of the stuff. So
Yeah, pretty much. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we have an Easy Rider.
yeah.
Hello.
Hey, sorry to break you from Manos, buddy.
Oh, that and I was sleeping.
That explains it.
Well, I gotta go into work tonight because, God forbid, I get a fucking day off from the holidays.
Trust me, my wife knows your pain. She's not gonna have off for Christmas or New Year's, so she feels you. Well, in that case, let's not waste any time. We've got a big one tonight, folks. Let's get right to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
This one's a biggie for all of the reasons.
yeah, all of the reasons.
By the way, I should mention I actually have some Captain Morgan's spiked root beer in my Duff beer mug. So, going extra fancy tonight, folks.
Oh yeah, going all out. I wish I could do that, but I already had all my stuff earlier. Okay,
Oh.
Easy. I assume you have your episode loaded up and ready.
Yep.
All right, folks, strap yourselves in. Hopefully you have your episode loaded up from whatever legal resource you have available to you. See, I told you I'd still get that line in.
It's called the heads up. It's fair.
It's fair. Let's get this party started, ladies and gentlemen. Power Ranger, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it. Power Rangers Dino Supercharge! Hey, it's the finale. I'm
There
getting
it
away
is.
with it.
Hell yeah, do it. Get on with your bad self.
Episode 43/21. The End of Extinction. The finale. In 3, 2, 1, play!
Ooh.
This sounds different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally, 47 episodes, and it's not Tenkuji Takeru telling us it's his life story.
I know, right?
Let me save you some time. No.
Beautiful intro. Previously on that show you just watched.
Wow, look at this place. Someone dumped a bunch of wreckage where our lab used to be.
Huh.
Yes, the most powerful object of destruction in the world, and you pick it up like you would a dead frog.
You know, under the circumstances, you would do it too.
No, I would go get a power loader or something to pick that up with.
Yeah, or
Or
a
Spacebot.
forklift.
Or Spacebot. Ooh, Matty,
Oh, yeah.
remember Spacebot?
Oh yeah, Spacebot. Definitely Spacebot. That's the one. So, no, yeah, Spacebot. You're right, Spacebot.
Uh-oh.
There's a plan B. There's always a plan B.
Oh crap! Where's Dean Ambrose? Run!
Final ultimate plan is tentacle hentai.
God damn it. Why is it always tentacle hentai?
You're a married man, Sledge. I expect better from you. Why
You
go out for
know,
hamburger when you got steak at home?
to be fair, tentacle hentai. It could be much worse than tentacle hentai. Is all I'm trying to say.
Well, you say that.
You say that, but you haven't seen the kind of tentacle hentai I've seen.
Yeah. By the
Don't
way,
even get me
folks,
started
if
on
you're
my
not
cousin.
catching the Christmas episode like we are. Say bye to the theme.
Yeah,
I'm gonna miss this theme. I'm not gonna lie.
I know, right? I really hope Ninja Steel gives us a good one.
Hell, I hope the movie gives us some good stuff too.
Well, I'm sort of saying goodbye to this, but I'm praying Ninja Steel does not have Go-Go Power Rangers or Rangers Together blank.
Yeah, it would be nice for a
Yeah.
change.
something without either of those, period, would be
Oh,
nice.
look at this. We start with a big unmorphed fight outside the museum.
End of Extinction, not to be confused with the Tom Cruise Groundhog Day action film ripoff.
End of Days? No, that's
That's
a
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger / Fozzie tune. End of Days. And there's a full moon rising again. Wow, Fury is actually mopping the floor with Keeper.
Jeez, Keeper, what happened? You went from badass to Jar Jar in 5 seconds.
Yeah, no kidding.
Damn.
On second thought, I think I'll take that drink now. Or run.
Or run, yeah.
They're about to go all Loki on him.
Beauty God.
Yeah, one problem with that.
It looks like they didn't really destroy the lab. They just kind of maimed it.
Yeah, for some stuff in that round, $200 worth of beakers gone.
Wow,
Common
Riley's literally...
5? Really? Common 5?
Wow, Riley literally face-palmed at that.
Wow. You know your joke is bad when even the characters are going, the fuck, dude.
Also, you're hauling our planet off to be sold. Who are you,
wait.
Frieza?
Seriously.
Seriously. Also, he's literally towing the planet.
Wow, I didn't know Sledge worked for Space U-Haul.
Or Space AAA.
Enterprise, we'll pick you up.
You know, you gotta give him this. It's not like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy where it just implodes it.
Yep. Also, honk honk, hey, beneficial. You're good for more.
The Earth threes. Wait. Wrong gag.
Or, we could try and, cut those tethers. But no, let's focus on this ultimate evil.
Wait, the ultimate power? Oh, please, God, don't let it be Vince McMahon again. God
The
damn
ultimate
it.
power, don't you mean Eye of Thundera?
Ooh.
The essence of evil. But enough about Donald Trump.
No! Well, you can look over towards Sheamus. He's got a shit ton of light.
Ton of light.
Where do you
Ton of light. I don't know. You ever opened Sailor Moon's closet? All those crystals she's got.
Yeah, no
Hey,
kidding.
geez,
Probably a lot of light in there.
You can make a satellite of some kind with that.
Maybe open Paris Hilton's jewelry box. Probably jewel encrust a satellite with all those gems.
Or you get that big satellite from Batman and Robin, full of gems and stuff.
Oh, it's good to know that their Megazords are hooked up to have CCTV functions.
Yeah,
Also,
right?
hi, James Galen. Hi, Colonel Mason / Zeltrax. You must save the world. You must watch all the Glitz World and listen to all the NZ boys you can. And we need shovels, people.
Here's what we
lots
need you to do.
and lots and lots of shovels. We need shovels, people.
All of the
by the
shovels.
barrelful.
All of the shovels.
Also, if you really want to rub it in on Sledge, pressed hams everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh God, I think I know where this is going.
We're gonna need a bigger shovel.
No,
I think we're gonna have an episode of MythBusters play out here, ladies and gentlemen.
I know.
It's over, people. Let it go.
I know.
No, unfortunately, it's not, because now they're doing a freaking reality show to find a new team. I'm not even
Discovery
kidding.
Channel.
Yeah, I'm never going to stop
Yeah.
hitting them.
Neither am I.
Oh, if only we had a ranger outfit for, Heckle here, but nah.
Yeah. Maybe a dark navy blue one. Maybe a little more fearsome than the usual.
Yeah.
Hi, Delson. I mean, Zach.
Countdown to the Lenny. Oh God, I hope the Rock is in there so that Chris Jericho can debut.
Actually, this would have more tension if it was the 24 clock. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. The clock is ticking, Mr. President. You must make a choice.
Nukem. Here comes Joe.
Also, wait for it. It's the Hubble. You killed the Hubble.
Oh no. Mike kill the Hubble. Mike kill the Hubble. Oh God, natural.
Also, Matty, you jinxed it. They are using Batman and Robin technology.
Combination.
Pretty sure light doesn't work that way.
No, but this is the Power Rangers universe, so fuck it.
And it created a black hole.
Oh God, let's hope it's not full of board games.
Well,
And
This sucks on so many levels.
nom 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 nom.
Wait. You mean you guys doomed your own planet?
oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow, and I thought the Overdrive Ranger screw ups.
Damn.
You guys fucked over your own planet. Ah. What ultimate power of the energy? And how come you're only bringing this up right now?
No, he's been saying this. He said this a couple episodes ago that they have this.
Oh, bullshit.
No. They've been building this up.
They have. Let's be fair.
But
Yeah, let's
this
see.
better be good.
This ultimate power is going to create what? It's going to... Oh, no. I swear to God, series, if you pull a Barry Allen.
I think that's exactly what's about to happen.
Nice timeline you got there, Power Rangers. Be ashamed if someone were to fuck up the
break it.
timeline.
Oh.
Yeah, that. Yep.
Hey, it's becoming the Orion logo. Look,
It's-
Orion's bankrupt.
We are
the
time
Thunder.
traveling. Oh, time traveling in Power Rangers. How often has this truly worked out well?
Oh,
This-
somewhere the Time Force Rangers just had a huge migraine.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, somewhere Jen is up there going, the fuck did we do? Oh boy.
Actually, Wesley Collins just looked at this time travel bullshit and went, freaking noobs. I was screwing up the timeline way before it was cool. Yeah, we just defied all laws of gravity, physics, and time, and I'm pretty sure we just blew up Neil deGrasse Tyson's head. Yeah.
And Stephen Hawking's.
And Carl Sagan.
Uh-huh. And Shelby's about to be blown too.
Yeah, she's about to have herself the biggest female hard-on you have ever seen.
Or AKA Sploosh.
What?
Yep. Back to where it all began.
You are literally retconning yourselves out of existence.
Oh my God.
Are they going to stop the extinction of dinosaurs?
I think their plan is to just stop Sledge, but oh god. Help us
No,
all.
they implied that those meteors were what caused the Ice Age. Oh my God! Wow!
Holy shit.
Wow! You have to try hard to fuck up this much. Ooh. Just wow. You're all wearing the same colors as the inner gems. I'm pretty sure that doesn't come into play. Yeah, we come from a future where everyone wants a different Sentai master from the set who's not from the Sentai, and then when they finally get one, they complain that you're not from the Sentai.
What?
Oh, now he cares.
Yeah. Okay, I've got issues with that.
Oh, wow. Oh, get on with your bad self, Yoshi.
Yoshi leading the charge. I like it.
DLBot, this is better than the legendary battle. I'd say they're running right a neck and neck.
This. We'll get to that.
Yeah, by the way, 65 million years from now, Keeper, when Fury's kicking your ass in a lab, you might want to actually, do something
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
avoid this.
Also, so if Homer Simpson shows up with a modded up toaster, I'm leaving.
And if Willie gets an axe to the back, then yeah. Homer, not in your own time. I can help you, but you have to do exactly as I say. Ah! He did this. Boy, nothing gets by you. And they just happened to know that was in there.
Boom!
Oh!
Fury is
Holy
gone!
Shit snacks! Holy
What?
shit!
They just
biscuits.
blew up Fury. And
Fury blew up.
and here's the other
That's
thing.
how you fuck up.
And here's the other thing. Wait, guys, think
brutal.
about this. That bomb was the bomb that launched off the freaking asteroids.
Oh shit!
Well,
It was
looks
that
like,
bomb that dislodged his asteroid collection which ended up on Earth. So now that doesn't happen.
Well, looks like the meteors won't fall. And looks like we'll be in Dragon Ball Z land when we get back to the future, where dinosaurs are alive and well.
I ain't complaining. Too much.
Well, I feel bad for Gohan, who has to keep running away from the T-Rex and saber-toothed tigers. Oh, but Sledge is still kicking ass.
Sludge still got it.
Oh, really? Really?
Okay, that was funny.
That was funny. I'll give him-
Okay, that was funny. I'll give you that.
Golf clap. Golf clap. That was good.
Oh, imagine if they did that in the Sentai. Oh, what are you going to do, Naria? Put a coin in the monster and make him grow? This coin isn't you. And then
Son of a
wreck a
dick.
scratch.
Oh,
Oh.
holy crap.
Does this mean no wedding? Wait, does this mean Heckle has to break himself out of prison? Think about it.
Oh.
Oh, no Zords for you. They don't have any Zords to fight with, so they're going to have to improvise.
Hey, I'm down with that. Be a little
That's how you-
creative.
well, they did have Zords.
Holy
Katana
shit,
was
look!
gonna care.
Oh, shit, look at Philip. Also, it's a good thing the control panel just happens to label what's what.
Hey, Sledge. Stay toasty.
Oh!
Stay close, Mr. Sledge. Things are about to cook. Woo! Wait, did Heckle just launch himself into the sun?
No, I think he stayed.
He was on the ship! Or him and Snide were imprisoned on the ship. Oh, my head hurts.
You created a time paradox.
Head hurts.
Wait. Oh, no. We're going to have to split the team.
Coda
Wait,
and
that
Ivan, you're
means
going
Ivan
back
will
to their
never
time.
that means Ivan will never time travel. He'll go back to Xandar like it never happened. No.
Hey, you know what? At least they let him lead the final battle.
And
Yeah.
and of course Coda will never. Oh, that one hurts me the most.
Yep,
Coda, I think we're gonna miss you most of all.
indeed.
That hits me right there.
Does this mean no team up?
Probably.
Because you've pretty much screwed over your team 6 ways from Sunday with this.
Well, if Keeper's still around, there is still that there is that key to that locked door, but ooh.
Yeah, that's a
That's-
Slim chance of that
that-
happening.
That's a big stretch.
That's a big stretch, and they're still closing that door.
See you in the British Museum, Coda. See your armor in other museum, Xandar. Ivan. Xandar, Ivan. Can't talk tonight. Oh, you write a riff.
He's okay, easy. Pat. It's your back.
Are you going to finally kiss? Of course.
Please.
They're
No,
holding
they're
hands.
over.
That is something.
Nope, they're 0 for 40. Oh yeah, it's not like I had a life on Sentai 6 or anything. Save my jacket. Make sure it never
Dude!
gets dusty. Ooh.
Oh.
Upgrade.
Now he's a Jedi.
I ain't complaining.
Nope.
I'm gonna miss
That
the
works.
Sith Lord outfit a little
Admittedly.
bit.
But the Keeper of the Dark Energem. Cool.
Now I can watch all the daytime TV I want without interruptions.
Hello, Bob Parker and Drew Carey.
And Judge Mathis, and Judge Judy, and The Young and the Restless, and General Hospital, Days of Our Lives. I'll call you Kendall anytime.
Yeah, not as weird as
Also,
a
maybe.
thing that would be weird. I'm running out of jokes, you folks. I'm sorry.
Also, why couldn't you have ever called her Dr. Morgan? She didn't go through 6 years of paleontology to be called Miss Morgan.
Yep. Oh, we got him back.
She
Hey!
is close enough.
Close enough. I'll
Close
take it.
enough.
I will take it.
Close
I will
enough.
take it.
Close enough.
Emergency. Wait, what?
If they're back, does that mean no lab?
Dinosaur Zoo?
No.
Oh my God! I called it. I so fucking
Called it.
Wait, does that mean that they just wiped out all past Power Rangers with this?
Yeah, there's at least 3 teams that get affected this way, at minimum.
I can think of a couple more, actually. Oh my god. It's official! Dino Charge is the Flash, the Barry Allen of Power Ranger team.
Wow.
My head hurts.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
Just,
Okay.
what?
What?
All right, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Hi there. I'm the Shades, and what the flies did I just watch?
What have you done? What did you do?
Ooh. What did you do? What did you do, Chip? What did you do?
Chip, Becco, did you guys just freaking...
You were watching The Flash, weren't you?
Yeah, holy shit.
No, they just grabbed a handful of darts, threw them at the dartboard, and used every idea that stuck.
I know this isn't a beer, but fuck it. Drinks on.
That's just...
Yahoo!
That's just...
Wow. Okay.
Okay. We're going to rate the episode here first, and then we're going to talk about the series as a whole. Now, I see the argument in the chat right now. Separate timeline. Okay. I can get behind that. I can kind of see that. However, there are still other issues with this that have to be addressed. Number one being the amount of fucking time paradoxes this creates.
Oh.
The time
Thank
paradox.
God this isn't in the Doctor Who universe, because things will be fucked the fuck up.
Oh my god, and no kidding. But yeah, the amount of time paradoxes this creates is insane. Because, like we said, not only would you be
Okay.
eliminating several teams of Power Rangers from existence doing this, separate timeline or not, you're also eliminating majority of the reasons this team came together in the first place, which means they wouldn't have gone back in time to do this. Time paradox!
Yeah, James never would have become a paleontologist. Neither would Shelby. Neither would Kendall. Yeah, their whole reason is gone. Erased.
And since the Energems are now gone, Dr. Morgan would have never found them or worked with Keeper to create the Dino Charge powers in the first place.
Thus, no one would have ever known anyone else. They never would have met.
Yeah, half those teams, at least 3/4 of that team, would have never met each other.
Also, the people going, where's the Aqua Rain? Female Aqua, folks, this is not the Sentai.
Folks, that ship sailed a long time ago.
I will bring that up in our series review, but yeah, we pretty much were done with expecting that at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's... Well, and of course, no Talon range. So, to quote a certain cowboy, sorry
About your damn luck.
We could go all night on this, but we have to go all night on the series itself.
I just want to point out one more thing.
Sure.
Heckle should have killed himself because
Yeah.
Heckle and Snide were still together, were still imprisoned on that ship. And when they launched them into the sun, that should have killed him.
Again, another fucking time paradox.
Shouldn't he have gotten his... I know meeting his past self probably would have, as Doc Brown said, would have caused a paradox that would have destroyed the space-time continuum, but still.
There should have been some disappearing Martys, is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, that's just... Yeah, oh my...
Bottom line it. Ooh, that hurts. That one hurts.
I don't know.
That hurts
Yeah.
the rating a little bit.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
there.
This hurts the
We're
rating
gonna-
a lot.
You know what? We are going to have to look you know what? I hate to say it, but Power Rangers is slowly becoming Legend of Zelda timeline fucked up.
Ooh.
There is no way you can place this in a timeline. It's its own universe. It's just like RPM. There's no way you could put this in a universe. So now we have a splittist, or linearist theory. And a linear theory, well, I'm pretty sure everyone agreed that went out the window with RPM. But this just freaking ass raped that theory.
Yeah, we are now in a full-on Power Rangers multiverse.
This just became the complete antithesis of everything that even once a Ranger, god awful as it is, tried to put together by connecting all the past teams. There's no way you could do that anymore. Team ups are dead in Power Rangers. I think this show just killed them.
Yeah.
Though I will say this, the idea of a Power Rangers multiverse, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but what sort of magic time space technology would you use to pull all these teams together from different dimensions? I mean, you'd have to literally be God in Power Rangers universe.
Here's a good point from Texas Hero Entertainment, actually. I think it's hard to say that if Heckle was on the ship when they've chased him the first time.
Oh, no. He was there the
Locked
entire time.
in Solitary was never released until the end of the first half of Dino Charge.
What he's saying is that in between the time Sledge ran off after his ship blown up the first time.
Blown off.
No.
Or got blown off.
I'm sorry. He made it clear that he had all of these creatures long before he even showed up the first time. Because his engine was shut down after that. He would not have had time to go capture Sentai 6 to destroy. He'd already done that. Arcanon had already done that. I'm sorry, no.
Yeah, with the energems and everything else,
There's no way to look past it. But
good effort, have some stake on that one though. That's a perfectly decent argument there. This is a toughie.
I'm sorry.
I hate
Okay. Enough negativity. Problems aside.
Yeah.
The ultimate power of the inner gems, going back in time to fix this. Barry Allen levels of timeline rapery aside. Pretty good idea. But
yeah.
It just kind of sucks that no one thought to think, guys, maybe we should store this dark energem away because maybe it might cause a effing black hole that'll destroy the planet.
Yeah.
No one think this through?
Seriously. Yeah. This was a case of good idea, piss poor execution.
Yeah. I think it would have been better to throw the dark energem away, seal it in some deep void of existence, and bring it back for a possible team up later on. But again, Barry Allen timeline fuck, not gonna happen. Okay, last gripe. Other than that, this team up did have its moments, or this ending. Fuck.
Yes, ending.
Ugh, I'm too tired.
You're tired. Don't worry about
I gotta be working in a couple hours.
Don't worry about it. The way it wrapped things up, besides the time fucking, obviously, it offered nice resolutions.
It did. And crazy Batman and Robin lighting trick aside, that plan to quote unquote destroy the dark energem, hindsight being 2020, silly as it sounds, it's working. It worked. You know what? They actually kind of pulled an RPM here, where it doesn't make sense, but they make it work out of complete implausibility.
Yeah.
It's like when the twins and everyone else in Corinth were delete. Sorry, we're not broken yet.
Nope.
Yet.
It kind of goes in that same kind of theory that, even in my review, I brought this up. I was like, yay, they're finally dead. Hey, wait a minute. You delete them. They're not like projects or something. And again, it comes across that, finale head scratchery, and which this had in spades, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
There was a bit of Power Rangers logic, as I like to put it. Like the whole, as Linkara has brought up the whole idea that time works differently in Power Rangers. There's a bit of that kind of Power Rangers logic here.
I think at this point it has to if you want to make sense of the ending, actually.
Yeah.
If you can breathe on the moon, I think you can get away with a little bit of fucked up time travel.
Well, everything about this episode pretty much ran on Power Rangers log. I mean, pointing mirrors to focus light at one specific point that far into space, no mirror is that good. I think the Mythbusters already debunked that theory years ago.
Again, Batman and Robin, the Batman and Robin trick. The sunlight doesn't work that way.
No.
Or sunlight doesn't work that angle that way. So they use Batman and Robin technology.
DLBot, I get what you're saying. You're saying, like, as a series, we'll get to that. But as an ending, I'm honestly not so sure. That's the problem here. If you're comparing just the endings, I think Super Mega Force was just a tiny bit better because at least everything had some semblance of logic and, flow to it.
Yeah.
It was a madhouse.
Structure-wise, this ending was better. Plot-wise, I think the Legendary Battle's a little bit better.
Yeah, but not by much. Let's not get too crazy here.
This is literally. I think it's a case. It's a photo finish.
It is. It really is.
As far as the ending, it's a photo finish, with the Legendary War winning by an astronomer, if you know what I mean, and I believe you do.
You do. Yeah.
But really, I don't want to give it a thumbs down because there's some good positive. There are some good jokes. No way, ultimate weapon, the Magnum meme, joke.
That was good. That was fun.
That was.
This. We have to go Deadpool on this. A good one. Look at the camera. Yeah, it's a good one.
Of course, finally. 40 goddamn episodes, but we finally got our Tyler Shelby kiss. Granted, it was a kiss, but it was more than Wes and Jen ever did.
That was more than Ashley and Andros ever did.
Yeah.
So you know what? Bonus points for that.
Yeah. Give me a couple. So for me, final rating on this, as just the finale alone, not counting the series, I'm giving this a thumbs in the middle, but I have to lean it a little down because there were just way too many flaws for me to ignore. But it had enough good that I can't outright say it was bad.
Yeah, but seriously, the Power Rangers have got to stop having their way with the timeline. I mean, again, Matty, if I weren't so tired today, I would have made my own stinger involving Barry Allen and the timeline, but I didn't.
It was either that or Jurassic Park. They were both obvious.
Yeah.
Answers there.
But yeah,
you'll folks see that I obviously went with the Jurassic Park route. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah. But my God, if any of you at home watch The Flash or know what I'm talking about, it's just like, this. If you've seen, just watch the latest episodes of The Flash, and you'll see how much Barry Allen screws up the timeline by trying to go back and fix everything.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty much the same thing going on here. It's uncanny how similar this is. And we see the results. Oh, my God. The Dino Charge Rangers just pulled a Flashpoint.
They did. And I've seen some of the stuff for Flashpoint, so I know what we're talking about here, which is rare for me.
So maybe Ninja Steel will be what? The Dino Charge Flashpoint Paradox?
Maybe.
No, I guess
that's even if that's going to be in the same universe.
Yeah. Now, so do you guys agree with me? Thumbs in the middle, kind of leaning down?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way to. It's down for me.
Yeah,
there's a lot of issues with this for me, and it sucks because this is pretty much the only episode where we're pointing our thumbs down. I think,
or at least it's one of the very few.
Yeah.
As Power Rangers endings go, this is a far cry from Countdown to Destruction or End of Time.
Yeah,
but it's a little, it's on par with Legendary Battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Legendary Battle, for all its problems, did have its epic moments. And yes, we are counting the director's cut, not the original.
Obviously.
Yeah, the original fucking sucks.
Yeah, the original, screw that shit.
Don't watch that, folks.
No, if you're watching the finale,
We can say this is better than the original Legendary Battle.
Agreed.
Oh yeah,
Wholeheartedly
this
agreed.
is If it's just the original 22-minute runtime, original Legendary Battle, fuck yes, by a mile.
And but well, you hear us right now, and I think what it is that the series was on really good run, and this ending put the brakes on that. I've always
This was
said,
the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah. I have always said that the ending is paramount. Me and my fellow anime reviewer Arcada both agree that the ending is paramount.
Yeah.
It may not
It is.
It may not be the end all be all for some, but more often than not, the ending can make the difference between a satisfying series or not. Because it's like you're waiting for that ending. Actually, I can give you a good analogy to how this works. Has anyone has seen those oddly satisfying videos on YouTube lately? And
Yeah.
That's a perfect explanation as to how this has pissed people off so much. Because you have an expectation. You know what this feels like it should lead to. And if you don't get at least something close enough to that, you feel disappointed. You feel this itch. It's like, ugh. You feel like something is wrong. And that's what happened here. We didn't expect the ending to be perfect, but we expected at least something satisfying, and it's not.
Let's put it this way. If you're a kid, this is an awesome ending. Stuff blown up, Sledge is dead, everybody's Fury. Poor
Fury.
Brutal.
Fuck the fuck
Brutal.
up.
Yeah.
I think that might be one of the most brutal villain deaths in all of Power Rangers. We forgot to talk about that.
Ooh.
Well, and DLBot, again, he's like, I get that, but people are sending death threats demanding they be Chip and Becca be fired.
Okay, that's going too
That's
damn
admittedly
far.
going too
That's
far.
going too fucking.
That
that's
is going too far.
fucking
I agree. But
And it just proves how toxic this fandom or any fandom can be.
I agree. But if I may, if I could play devil's advocate here for a minute.
Yeah, you could go play the pinball machine.
Here's where I think this is coming from. Because when Dino Charge was first starting out, all of us, knowing that Shiplin was in charge, had very high hopes. Because his history with the series and how every time he's ever touched a series, it was gold. All right? We had that expectation in us. And early on, it really felt like that was what we were getting. We were getting another Chiplin masterpiece here. But as the series went on, something started to change. And every one of us noticed it. All of us did. And the fact that it led to such a disappointing ending, it set us off. Again, it's that itch. That itch hit us. And for some people, they can't handle it. I will agree that it's going a little too far asking him to be fired. That's a little much. But that doesn't mean I don't understand where that rage is coming from.
You know what? I akin this to the George Lucas fiasco because this is kind of like Phantom Menace all over again.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yes, George Lucas is coming back. This is going to be epic. These prequels are going to be amazing. And Phantom Menace comes out. Oh, my God, you've ruined the franchise. Kill Lucas. Fire him. He should never be allowed to touch Star Wars again. It's that all over again. And while I agree that George Lucas is a good idea man, he should not be doing everything. And I think that might be the problem here. I'm not saying Lin is completely guilty, and I'm not saying he's totally innocent either. Believe me. I've loved his work. I love his writing. I've loved his directing. I've loved, a lot of things he's done in Power Rangers. But keep in mind, folks, he was carrying this thing. He was doing the job that a team should be doing. He had a few co-writers. He had Becca Barnes helping him co-write. The man had to do a lot of this on his own. And I think he should be more brought on as a supervisor or, a consultant.
Yeah.
You shouldn't pile all this shit on
Actually,
Judd.
here's the thing. From what I've heard, he likes it that way. He wants to have more control. That's the reason why he didn't want to be signed on as a writer for certain seasons, because he wanted a lot more control than that.
Well, then that might be the problem.
But
allow me to play devil's advocate here. I think it's like the whole Lucas thing. I don't think he should have total control.
okay, well, here's the thing. DLBot is saying that apparently there were people messing with his stuff behind the scenes. And even if that's
I
true,
don't doubt it.
Executive meddling, ladies.
I don't doubt it.
I don't doubt it either, but here's the thing. You can say that all you want, and we can agree with that, but here's the problem. When you put yourself out there as the face of that season, the face that everyone looks at for the season that was supposed to bring back Power Rangers to its glory days, when things go wrong, that's who you're looking at. Even if you know other people are involved, he's the one in charge. He's the one that takes the responsibility. We said the same thing about Zacher last season. For us to change our mind with Chip would be hypocritical.
It's a scapegoat sort of thing.
Everyone
looks for the biggest name to blame.
They
don't point their fingers at Becca Barnes. They don't point their fingers at Haim Saban or Nickelodeon or anyone else did anyone who directed an episode of Dino Charge get blamed?
No.
Besides
No.
Chip?
Nope.
See, there's a problem right there.
Exactly.
You're going for the big name. You're not going towards the other people. And Brother Ball in the chat, Hairball, you're right. This show does have a little bit of Hibiki syndrome, executive meddling, and a lackluster second half. That's what we've got here, people. This series is a clear example of Hibiki syndrome. Great first half, lackluster second half.
I am nodding violently on this right now.
Yeah.
You have no
I think
idea.
that's going to be the general consensus.
That's the general consensus.
Because I don't hate this one. This was not disappointingly rage-inducing like Super Mega Force was. There was good stuff here.
Yeah, let's talk about the series as a whole here, because let's really get into that, because here's the thing. I would say at least 70 to 75% of the series was gold. We gave a lot of great episodes. There were some junk episodes. Let's be completely honest. There were a lot of filler episodes that we weren't.
Well, you're going to get that with any season.
Yeah, exactly. That happens. So a 70 to 75% ratio, that's not bad. That's a pretty good series overall. But again, that ending hurt it hard, because it made you feel like everything you'd watched up until that point was a waste. And I think that's where the biggest amount of this rage comes from. But let's look at the series. Let's start with the characters, because I think that's the easiest thing to break down. The one thing I will say is that this, in terms of character development, in terms of overall personality and emotional range, this was a huge step up from Megaforce.
Yes.
Agreed.
Because
This
every
felt like a clean slate.
It did. Every character was unique, had different personalities, and showed those personalities, and their emotions came out. These guys have range to them. There was not one character that at any point I didn't at least feel something for each of them. And that is very hard to do.
That, and they didn't felt like a half-baked, rehashed, cut, copy, and paste of their Sentai counterpart. They were diverse in more ways than one.
Yeah, they were their own characters, and yet they still managed to incorporate things of the stock footage. Tyler, I think, is the perfect example of having to mix in Daigo's stock footage and yet still make Tyler at least something of his own character. Not an easy thing to do, given Daigo's very eccentric personality in the series.
I chalk it up to the way Tommy worked with Ko's footage from Die Ranger, because Ko was a kid, he laughed a lot, so they had to incorporate that footage with Tommy laughing in the Tigers' cockpit, even when the situation really didn't call for it.
Yeah,
So I chalk it up more to that. But to his credit, Brennan made it. He made it work. Brennan
did,
made it work.
There were only like 1 or 2 scenes in the entire series where I honestly were like, oh, yep, that's definitely a Daigo moment. That's not a Tyler moment. That's a Daigo moment. But
that's a Daigo moment.
Yeah, but that happens so few that you don't really, it doesn't really bother you.
Yeah. The constant use, it wasn't as constant in the second half, but definitely in the first half. Japanese footage, American footage. Love that joke. And from a few weeks ago, where I remember the Cosplay 101 panel we went to at Ranger Stuff, explains everything. So, but at the same time, it's one of those we have to MST. We got to be fair here. We see something, we got to make a joke about it. But I propose you my top 3 favorite characters from this series. Kota, obviously.
Obs.
Oh yeah.
He's number one on the list. Shelby and Dr. Kendall.
Yeah, Dr. Morgan. Yeah.
Dr. Kendall Morgan.
I would wholeheartedly agree. Those were easily the top 3 best characters.
And this is nothing against the rest of the characters. Everyone did an equal part job. Everyone did amazingly well. I just want to hug the crap out of Shelby and Dr. Morgan now.
I think Shelby was the breakout character.
Oh, easily.
Easily.
Ever since Saban took the rights back, nothing against the female Rangers that came before. I mean, Mia, Emily, Emma,
Gia.
they, for lack of a better term, they were kind of blank slate. They had hobbies, but they never really seemed as engraved or as passionate about them as Shelby was. I mean, she adored paleontology. She adored dinosaurs. And the way Camille Hyde brought out that passion in Shelby, I don't think that's been done in Power Rangers in a very long time.
No.
Would you say that, especially in the case of Emma and Gia, there would be more character archetypes than actual characters?
Easily.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Easily. But no.
And it's not that they didn't do a bad job. It's just a case they didn't have much to work with.
Yeah.
Again, because Shelby, another cut, copy, and paste of the Sentai. But here, again, Shelby was given more range to work with because she wasn't a cut, copy, and paste of Amy from Kyoryuger. She wasn't a rich girl. She wasn't spouting off English catchphrases. But she still had a relationship to the Red Senshi. I'm glad they snuck that in.
Not only they kept that, but they did a better. That's the one berry where they outclassed the Sentai.
Yeah,
I agree.
Because they didn't just make that a last minute. Oh yeah, suddenly these two are an item. No, they've been building that up since the early part of the first season, first half. They built that up early and kept it going. I was amazed they pulled that off as well as they did. Yeah, it's still not full on, romance like you would see in most drama shows, but this is a kid's show. You know they kind of have to pull that back a little bit. But hey, she got a peck on the cheek at the end of it all. I chalk that as a win.
Yeah, I would argue that, but given what they have with those teen sitcoms on Nickelodeon, that should give them a little more leeway to do more. But again, kids show. But yeah, other than that, okay, everyone else. Another breakout character in this show, I think, was Riley, because I don't think we've seen anyone like him since Chip from Mystic Force, the dreamer, the nerd, the geek. Well, not the geek per se, but the one who wants to have an adventure. He reminds me a lot of Chip from. He's kind of that adventurous. Wants to turn his fantasies into real life. And Riley really does have his breakout moments.
Yeah.
I think Riley might be another favorite character of mine in this show because he's just so radically different than other green and black Senshi we've had in the Neo Saban era. Or the Disney era for that matter in a while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. At least he wasn't a chatterbox who never shut the hell up.
And on another note, though, I actually had a very good appreciation for Chase. I thought he played up that he kind of had a little hint of Ian's flirtatiousness, but at the same time, they didn't go that full route. He had a steady girlfriend, and he was just a fun-loving guy. And I thought they played that out.
He was a bit of a ladies' man at first. He was a skirt chaser at first, but he also filled the sports quota for the show, which I think actually worked in his favor.
Yeah, I think it worked better for him. And plus, they kept that whole thing. They kind of kept some semblance of Ian's personality in there, especially in the later half, like parts of the season, where even though he had a steady girlfriend, they had implications that he might have been seeing other girls, even though he wasn't. It was just some very odd circumstances. Well, again,
I said,
after he got what's her name, they had like awkward situations that made it look like he might have been doing something, even though in truth he never actually was even trying. It just ended up that way. Which I thought
like the Kyle Rayner of this.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Jason's
Deobot, I'm going to argue that. I'm going to argue not so much that she didn't have a backstory, but truth be told, she didn't need one. I think it was better that she had more of a character than a backstory.
We should talk about Kendall since she is technically a ranger. I think Kendall is one of the best mentors we've had in a long time.
Agreed.
I mean, she blew away Mentor G and Gosei and Tensu and a lot of others we've had in the past. I think she even gave Dr. K a run for her money. Granted, her story wasn't as deep as Dr. K's. I'll be perfectly frank with her story was nowhere near as good as Dr. K's, let's be fair, but she had moments where she was giving her a run for her money.
Yeah. She had a very strong personality. She was like, you always felt like she knew what she was in charge of things. Like she was leading her Rangers in the right direction. She was that guiding force that they needed. But at the same time, she never felt so stern as to not allow outside influences in. She was willing to listen to the other Rangers, and if they came up with a good idea, she was willing to try it. And her relationship with Shelby is the perfect example of that. She always felt, you can always tell she felt at least a little to be Shelby's superior, but she never looked down on Shelby.
I like the way they butt heads throughout the beginning of the first half, because there was always kind of a competition between them, but in a good way, not a cat fight, as Joey Styles would say.
Right, but as the series goes on, she learns to realize that Shelby is someone who knows what she's talking about, and instead of fighting her, she's like, okay, let's hear what you got. Yeah, you know what? That might actually work. Let's go for it. You know?
Exactly.
I liked that change, that development. Like, again, character development. That was the one thing we bitched about most about Megaforce, and hell, even Samurai. There was real character development. And we got that here. Some of it was subtle, some of it was obvious, but it was there. And plenty of it for everybody. Every character got massive amounts of development throughout the series. And even episodes that they weren't the main plot point. There were little things you could see here and there for them developing themselves. And that is the sign of good writing.
Speaking of characters who got good development, Ivan.
Oh.
Especially in the second half, Ivan got really good character development. That episode where he meets his descendant, again, I will come out and say it. They did it better than their Sentai counterpart.
Agreed.
Because that was a really good episode. I was blown away by how good that was. Because I thought this was just going to be another pointless filler comedy episode. But I was surprised at how good it turned out. And of course, Ivan having to acclimate back into modern times. Always something funny. Him and Coda, they made it work there. A lot of the comedy was shoehorned in because, they didn't have they were their own comedy reliefs throughout this show, which is kind of a nitpick I have with this series. But other than that, they pulled it off really well.
They did the best with what they had. You know, it wasn't great, but they did try their best to make it work, which, trust me, not an easy thing to do when you have to do it that much.
Yeah.
Like, it got to the point where you had a hard time taking them seriously all the time, but never so much that you felt like this was a piss poor team. Like, you felt like they knew how to flip that serious switch, but they had so many goofy moments that you're like, ooh, it's hard to tell sometimes.
I think the only two characters that didn't really get enough character development, you could argue one of these. I don't think Prince Philip or James got nearly as much character development as the others.
Yeah, because they were more secondary characters than anything else.
They're kind of like the B squad of their own team.
Yeah,
Which-
I mean, Prince Philip, I can kind of understand that because there's only so much you could honestly do with him as a character.
And he's a prince. He's got shit to do, like royal stuff.
Still, though, you could have at least given him one episode to develop his character.
No, I agree. I didn't say
Hell,
there's
they could have pulled as cliche as it sounds and as overdone as it's been. You could have done a Prince and the Pauper episode where he switches places with a commoner.
Definitely.
That would have actually been funny.
That would have been. Now, but if you want to talk about characters who probably should have gotten more development, James is definitely way up on that list. I mean, come on. The dad who was missing from his son's life for how many years? You're telling me you can't do something with that? Come on.
And then
So many episodes you
the
could have done.
second he comes back, he's gone again. It's pretty sad when Tyler Steele from VR Troopers got more character development than this guy.
Yeah. I mean, hell, Daigo's dad got more development in his in the Sentai than James did.
And
Yeah.
gentlemen, if I remember correctly, Daigo's dad, kind of a dick.
Kinda?
And for most of the series up until like the near the end, he was not a ranger the majority of the time. He didn't become
It was
a ranger
Ken
until-
Titus. It was Japanese Ken Titus.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But of course, as the Man in Black points out in the chat, there is still one person we haven't really delved into, and that is our man, Coda.
What do you mean Coda didn't get any character development? Are you kidding me? If anything, he got too much character development.
No.
throughout
He's
this
saying, are you
series.
guys aware you talk about everyone who got character development except for Coda?
What can we say about Coda that hasn't already been said?
I know, right?
I mean, we got to meet the man himself, Yoshi Sudarso, last year at Ranger Stop. What more can we say about him?
Yeah.
If we said anything more epic about this man, we'd be doing an epic wrestling promo, right, Matty?
Oh, definitely.
Definitely. Yeah, there's not much that we could say about it.
We'd be hitting the glorious bomb on Coda.
Oh, God.
Pretty much. I
Pretty
mean,
much.
even the most jaded Power Rangers fan would probably have a hard time hating Coda. Now, granted, some of his humor, kind of got,
A little
Well,
irritating.
not irritating to the point where it was,
To quote that one guy in the Player Haters Ball, courtesy of Dave Chappelle of Chappelle's show, man, you're corny.
yeah, it was pretty.
Yeah.
I think the toilet humor near the second half was when I was like, okay, Coda, stop trying to be funny.
Yeah. Now, we've spent all this time talking about the heroes, but let's switch gears. Let's talk about the villains. Cause
Actually, there's one more character we need to talk about before we switch to the
well,
villains.
two technically.
Keeper.
Keeper.
Yep.
We can't really
This
say
is a
much
mixed
about.
bag when it comes to me.
Just to clarify, we could talk about Zeno Wayne, but really, what was there to say? He wasn't even there that much.
I think he got less character development than James.
Yeah, he did because he was there in like the last 5 episodes at best, so he didn't have much time to develop anything.
Yeah.
So
I
we
think
kinda
we're
have to
gonna
leave him
call
out,
an
but-
audible on him.
Keeper, like you say that Dr. Morgan is the mentor, but truth be told, when you really think about it, Keeper was supposed to be the main mentor character. Like that.
And I chalk Keeper up to more of the moral compass.
Okay,
of-
well, that's
of the
fair
team.
enough. Still, as that, he did a fantastic job. Like, yeah, we did the whole soap opera joke all the goddamn time, but let's be fair here. He was able to deliver advice without handing it to them like Gosei did, and at the same time, he didn't he didn't act like a dick about it.
That and he wasn't handing over. I think that's a good. I think in a way, Kendall and Keeper are the best of both worlds when it comes to mentors because you got one person actually making the objects for them to use, and you've got the one leading them in the right direction. That's basically if you broke Gosei into 2 mentors, that's what you'd get. And Keeper was no slouch. He didn't just stand in the back. That guy got in the goddamn fight.
He was
That
willing to
guy
put up his staff and kick some ass from time to time. He didn't do it all the time, but when he did, you knew shit got real.
I think that was his
Right.
intention. If he showed up in a fight, you're gonna get fucked up.
So yeah, somebody gonna get their ass kicked.
Exactly. So, half the time he was outdoing the Rangers in combat. And, that just shows, you never judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
But I'd chalk Keeper up more to, like I said, the moral compass of the team, as opposed
And actually,
to
I'd like to make
mentor.
a counterpoint to your whole splitting up Gosei thing. It's not Gosei that he's splitting up. Dr. Morgan and Keeper, that's like splitting up Zordon into two people. Because Gosei never really handed out
like Zordon and Alpha.
Maybe. But Zordon never gave out Gosei never gave out any good advice. He just kind of told people, he just gave out powers all the fucking time. He didn't really give out any good advice to
That's
people.
true. He was not a moral compass.
No,
he was not a moral
wasn't.
compass. to the
Zordon
team.
was, though. And
Yes.
combined with Alpha, that was where that came in. Because Zordon did give out powers, but him and Alpha did both.
50-50.
It's 50-50.
I'd say.
Agreed.
But yeah.
Okay.
Keeper is definitely a mentor, the likes of which we haven't seen in a while, and I think both him and Kendall were a breath of fresh air mentor wise, because they've always been walking this side. You either have the genius scientist making all these inventions, not really being much of a friend, or, again, hate to keep using this term, moral compass to our heroes, or you've got the ultimate power here, handing out powers, basically holding the Rangers' hand and not giving them any direction.
Yeah.
So here you had the best of both.
Yeah, here there was only maybe one instance of a Gosei moment where they just handed out a power came involved out of nowhere. But most of the time, they at least explain how the power came to be. They created new Dino chargers, or they developed a new device or something that explained where this power came from.
You could overlook a lot of these, these techno things.
Yeah, a lot of the
technobabble
technobabble stuff and everything.
Pulled out of his ass.
The technobabble stuff and things, you could simply put, in Megaforce / Super Megaforce, oh, you've done something. Here's a power. In this one, you had the artistic liberty of saying work was put in no matter what.
Yeah, even if scientifically it makes no fucking sense whatsoever, at least within their universe they said, hey, we made something. Something was created that gives us this new power. May not be perfect, but at least there's something for us to latch onto, and that's why it never bothered us when they kept pulling new powers out of their ass, because at least they said, hey, we made this. We combined this and this and this, and hey, look at that, new Dino Charger. Okay, I can go with that. I can work with that. Even if the explanation's convoluted or is makes very little sense, at least there's something there.
Yeah.
Just need something to explain where this is coming from. Now, with that, let's switch gears here, because like I said, we had at least one original villain and some very big differences with the villains they did reuse. Major differences, because let's save Sledge for last, because he's the big bad, which I honestly am amazed they made him the big bad at the end of it all.
Agreed.
I really didn't think they were going to go through with that. So let's talk about his cavalcade of minions that we have here. The biggest thing that I really liked about this is that just like the heroes, they were not a cut, copy, and paste of the Debos army. Poisandra is nothing like Candelera at all.
God. Thank God.
Yeah.
I love Kyoryuger, but I still don't like Candelier. I never have, and I probably never will.
Yeah.
She annoyed the ever-loving shit out of me. Poisandra didn't.
Yeah.
Not so overtly.
Not
Came
so
close a couple of times.
Couple times.
They pulled the reins back just enough that, okay, it wasn't overboard annoying.
Yeah.
Well, I like the way that they made Poisandra a bridezilla. That's like something you'd see out of an 80s cartoon / the time Divatox wanted to get married to Malagor. It's like it's walking a fine line between evil chick and bridezilla.
Yeah.
I love that. She was always worried about the wedding, always into, well, for lack of a better term, girly stuff. And as stereotypical as it seems, given her look, I think it fit.
It made perfect sense to
What
me.
honestly more could you have done with her?
Not
Yeah,
much.
not
Not without
much.
putting
Not
her
much.
back as Candelera, which, and if there's any Mint general that kind of got the shaft on this one, it'd have to be Curio. Like they did.
Where did Curio even go? Did we even see Curio in the last 5 or 6 episodes?
No, I
Hell
don't think
no.
they did. I mean, yeah, they couldn't do anything with him. They couldn't do anything with Curio because, like, without having a matching personality of Luck Ryu, they didn't have any kind of thing to do with it. It was just, oh, he's Boysandra's new little friend. That's all they had. And
That and Curio didn't have the same responsibilities that Lucky Roo had in Kyoryuger. He didn't make the monster grow.
no, that was what the
He
Magna
did-
Beam was for.
Whatever. Yeah. It didn't make the monsters grow. Let's put it like that. But yeah.
Yeah.
So I honestly kind of feel bad for Curio.
Yeah,
Kind of a victim of all of this.
yeah, but again, like with Poisandra, there was only so much they could do with it, and there was a lot less they could do with Curio. So
I guess Curio just got fried in the sun like all the rest.
actually, no,
Polished.
that's not even technically true because by the time when they went back in time, Curio wasn't created then.
Jesus. It's even worse.
So it got
Not e-
the last thing
not
we know
even-
about Curio is it got sucked into that black hole.
Screwed out of existence. Oh my. This show is brutal.
Yes,
This show
it
is
is.
evil.
Speaking of brutal, let's talk about Fury.
Holy shit! To paraphrase Deadpool, someone finished fucking him the fuck up.
Yeah. Now, if there's any general that was very much like its Sentai counterpart, Fury was that general.
Oh yeah.
Dude, this guy was giving Goldar a run for his money throughout this show.
Yeah. But
Brutals he was.
yeah, but like I said, he was pretty much a very big cut copy and paste of his Sentai counterpart, but they did it in the right way. You know, they carried a lot of that personality over and they made it right. You know,
I'm actually glad they didn't carry over Do Gold's whole switching mask thing, because that
Yeah.
would have gotten tedious. It would have been stupid, and I'm kind of glad they didn't do that to who. They kind of just kept Fury.
yeah.
They relegated him to just one, just one body. So
Well, they had more than enough stock footage with him in without having to worry about the mask switching and everything like that, so it works out. So I'm kind of I agree. I'm glad they didn't keep that, but they kept his angry personality. You know, he's always in a rage, always pissed off.
his name with a name like Fury, I was expecting him to be all calm, cool, and collected. Don't you?
You get my point, though. Like they could have, they didn't really need to do much to keep him on track, so that was worked out. And now, but the one character who got the biggest, who got a little less development, but at the same time had a pretty decent change, Wrench.
I like the way Wrench was relegated to Techie. It fit him.
Yeah, it did. And they made it work really well. Plus,
One could make the argument he was a robot built by Sledge or built by someone to serve Sledge,
yeah,
because we never really see how he was created or anything like that. It's like he could have really been created to just do all this shit for Sledge.
yeah. Plus, trying to again, this is another case where a cut copy paste would have really backfired because there's no way you can make Igalion work in Power Rangers. I'm sorry.
No, it's a living embodiment of sadness. No way that would work.
But yeah. Oh, and DLBot, 100% agree. Wrench was the Finster of this season.
No
Definitely.
argument here.
No, absolutely.
Hell no.
He either
It's
made
funny,
a lot
but-
of the monsters or at least helped make weapons with the power to fight the Power Rangers. Definitely the Finster.
Or made them better.
yeah, or made them better.
made them better. Yeah, and I believe he actually kind of created Curio in a sense.
I believe he did.
So
he did.
there you go. And we haven't really had a Fenster like character in a while in Power Rangers lore.
Yeah.
So you know what? More credit to Judd for doing that.
Yeah, nice
You
to
know?
bring that idea back, and it works out really well here. You know, he gets just enough involvement to be appreciated, but not so much to overtake anything. You know, he's there
And
just
I'm
long
glad they
enough.
didn't shove a rivalry with him and Ian down our throats. They tried to at some parts, but they didn't, make it paramount.
Yeah. So that's good. Now, of course, we got to get to the later villains that popped in. First of all, we got to talk about the man, Heckle and Snide.
Heckle stole the show.
Easily.
Let's be fair here. Heckle, he steals the show.
Heckle made the second half bearable.
Oh,
Very
more than bearable.
Hell, he made the end of the first half.
Made
awesome.
that second half.
Yeah.
Dude, he's what got us. He's what got us to get through the first half. If
Yeah.
anything, he heightened the first half. He's just like, whoa, who's this guy? It's like, yeah. And like we always like to joke, the Tith Lord. If a Time Lord and a Sith Lord had a baby, it would be Heckle.
Yeah. Huge props to Ryan Carter for his amazing performance. Like,
Dude, so Morphicon Ranger Stop, please get Ryan Carter to a future event.
amen, brother. Get out. Any Dino Charge Ranger that comes to Ranger Stop, I will shake their hand and sing their praises, because there was not one bad actor in this show as far as the main cast was concerned.
Hell no.
Hell no, but we got to talk with
Johnnimus, get Shelby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to hug her.
Yeah, but I'm still my first vote would be for Ryan Carter, because I want to tell him about the Tith Lord idea and see his reaction.
From what I've seen in on Facebook videos and stuff like that, I think he'd get a kick out of it. I think he'd get a lot. He seems like a pretty fun guy.
Because Ryan Carter seems like a pretty happy-go-lucky person in real life, which makes me want to meet him all the more.
Indeed. So yeah, but I loved the dichotomy between him and even when he was evil, Heckle and Snide had this very interesting dichotomy. Heckle was the brains and Snide was the brawn. Heckle wanted to plan things out and wait for the right opportunity. Snide just wanted to get in there and kill.
I love their reaction. I love that symbiotic reaction. It was very akin to Eddie Brock and Venom.
Oh, amen, brother.
It felt a lot like that. Actually, I'll throw another name out there. A villain you wouldn't think would work in this. He kind of reminded me, and I'm probably going to get a lot of laughs and what the fucks looks from this. He reminded me of Darkheart from Care Bears.
I kind of see that.
Personality.
I'm
That
kinda
split
see that.
personality
Yeah.
where he turns good near the end, but he's secretly two people. He's an embodiment of evil, but he's actually a good person trapped inside, or trapped, in the spirited person. That's what I saw when I first saw this guy. I was like, dude, that's freaking Darkheart.
Yeah. Oh, and DL Bot with the perfect with an in-universe connection. He's basically Mesogog.
A better version of Mesogog.
A better version of
in my
Mesogog.
opinion.
Because
freaking Anton Mercer, even when he split from Mesogog, he still didn't strike me as a nice person.
no, he was good, but he was still kind of a dick.
Yeah.
By the way, of course I'm not. I'm fucking evil.
But so, yeah, once they split and it was revealed that Heckle was actually the last surviving member of Sentai 6, and was supposed to be protecting the Dark Energy and all that stuff, I loved the way they presented that. Like, it makes sense. They explain why he had, they even said, Arcanon, who we'll get to in a minute, stole his memories from him, and now explains why he forgot he was a good guy. It's like, it all fits. It was a great setup, and I loved the way it played out. So
Yeah. It makes perfect sense. I know a lot of people are whining, oh, why couldn't Echo been the Talon Ranger? You know what, people? If he had become a Ranger near the end, it would have been nice, but I think it would have been I think it would have cheapened Heckle's character a little bit. Hear me out here.
It would have felt forced.
Thank you, Matty. That's pretty much the point I was going to make. It's like, it's kind of like giving everyone a participant trophy or a trophy when they didn't even do anything. It's like, now I'm not saying Heckle didn't do anything. He had his part in saving the world and everything, but you don't become a Power Ranger for doing nothing. That's like if they made Boom a Ranger at the end of SPD, even though he really wasn't, he didn't
Qualified.
really earn it. Exactly. So it's kind of like, it'd be like a well, for lack of a better term, it'd be like a pity power up.
Yeah.
It wouldn't feel genuine. So, folks, I know everyone wanted to see Death Ranger, Talon Ranger, but you know what? I'm glad they held off on it.
Yeah.
Heckle deserved to do his own thing. And you know what? Given those powers he still kept, you saw him fighting in the Megazord next to Keeper and Kendall and everyone near the end when they were destroying the Dark Energy Gem. He didn't need it. He was still a badass. He was still doing the Force Lightning and everything, and he looked like he could whip out a sonic screwdriver any second on that fucker.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know what? He didn't need it.
And they made him a keeper at the end. Yeah.
Exactly.
I thought that worked out just as well.
And you know what? That opens up future possibilities. I hope they go somewhere. I doubt they will, but it opens the door to Heckle having a continuing adventure. Hey, Boom Studios, you were asking for future Power Rangers comic book ideas. There's one.
Yeah.
I would love to see a comic book about Heckle's story after Dino Charge. Sentai fan, I don't know if I would compare him to Tennant's Doctor. You look more of a Matt Smith guy to me, but
yeah,
to each his own.
Yeah.
You look more of a Matt Smith guy to me, but if we ever meet Ryan Carter, we'll ask him.
Yeah. Now, we got to talk about the biggest copy over from the Sentai villain when it comes to villains. And Arcanon.
And here's where the series really took it in the ass.
Yeah, Arcanon was a
Ooh, did he
waste.
ever.
You could have cut him out of this whole thing, and it probably wouldn't. You could have taken him out of the whole thing, and you would have lost nothing.
You know what? Here's the problem. This whole Arcanon thing, it could have worked. Because I know they didn't have 2 or 3 seasons to build on this like Mighty Morphin did, but they've shown that you can bring in other monsters or other big bads, other generals, and still tell a good story. Case in point, and I'm sure, Matty, feel free to jump in here since this is your favorite season, Master Vile.
Yeah.
Mm.
How, it would have set there. That's what you could have done right there. It would have been extremely derivative, and I admit it would have, probably wouldn't have done it. You could have made Lord Arcanon Poisandra's father.
You
Yeah,
You could have Master Viled him, and it would have worked. It would have made sense. Like, this guy's not fit to take over the world, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to take over the world as a wedding gift for my little girl. And then Sludge is like, oh, the hell you aren't. This is my turn, bitch.
Family Feud. Where's Richard Dawson? You know what I mean?
There you go.
And
There
then you could have
There
had a
were-
whole
there
thing
were
where
ways
Poisandra
around
had to
this.
choose between her dad and her future husband.
Hell
Exactly.
yeah.
You could have really played that up. That's how you would have made it different. Is you would have forced Poisandra, like those two would go at each other, which they kind of did anyway. So you could have had those two going at each other, and Poisandra's like, okay, now I have to pick a side. Do I stay with my family or do I stay with my future? Which one do I go with here?
Yeah, I think they should have brought in Arcanon near the end of the first half instead of Snide. But then again, I don't think he would have had the same impact as Snide did.
No.
Or Heckle.
No.
So I can see why they held off on it. But, if we had more than one season to work with, Arcanon could have been so much better. But admittedly, he is shoehorned.
Yeah.
It just feels bad. But the one salvageable character from Team Arcanon is my boy Singe. Singe is great in this show, and it is criminal how underutilized he was in this.
Yeah.
But for those episodes he was in, he freaking owned it.
This was the one time where they completely cut copy and paste, because this is End-Off all over again. Great villain, completely wasted.
And you know what? The copy, it works. You don't even feel like it's End-Off. Still feels genuine, like they did their own thing.
But there was definitely some inspiration there. Holy crap.
Well, whoever they got to voice Singe or to do his mannerisms, they freaking nailed it.
Oh, easily.
I loved it.
Just the fact that he's not your generic gravelly voice villain like a lot of the other other villains were, like, admittedly Sludge and Arcanon, and hell, even Sly to some extent.
He had that kind of snarky voice to him, like he didn't give a fuck
No.
sort of thing. I loved that. They really nailed.
We need more
his
villains
character.
like that in Power Rangers. You know, I'm getting,
Definitely.
I understand Lord Zed was the be all end all of villains, but not everyone has to copy his voice. And hell, then most villains don't even do that very well.
Even the big bad had that problem, and we'll get to him.
Oh yeah.
Singe, oh my God, that's an example of how to carry over a Sentai villain and do it right.
Yes. Even if they completely wasted him.
Even if he was criminally underutilized.
Yeah. But considering who destroyed him, that brings us to the big guy.
Yeah.
One completely original villain in this season, good old Sledge. I was honestly very worried how they were going to handle Sledge in this series, but
When I first saw him, I'm just like, oh God, what is this?
yeah.
Just that look alone is just like, oh God, what the hell is this?
And
What
I
are
won't
they
lie.
doing?
I won't lie. When you see the suit, especially in the daylight, it's not exactly the greatest of designs. It's kind of bland.
No, it is.
But he makes up for it with his personality easily.
The character and the personality. Oh, we needed more of that.
If it wasn't freaking if this was in the same universe as Mighty Morphin, he and Lord Zed totally would have been bunkies at prep school.
Easily.
Oh.
Easily.
They are two of a kind. And again, I love the fact that Sledge, that he didn't even need to be mind controlled or drugged or love potioned to be with Poisandra. He had a girlfriend going into the start of this. He planned out he had the wedding planned out. How many supervillains do you see really do that? Honestly, the last one I can think of that actually had a girlfriend and planned to marry was Prince Gasket in Zeo.
Yeah.
I don't think there was anyone else really who was like that.
Though I always kind of got this sense of reluctance. Like, he didn't really want to marry her. She's just kind of forcing it on him.
Well, you could argue that he was. I chalked it up to that he was nervous, and he was using the excuse of world domination as a way to stall. Of course, that's a fan theory. I just think it's like, yeah, honey, we'll get married. We'll get married as soon as I take over the world, sweetums.
Yeah.
Also,
Also,
as soon as I get all the Energems.
also,
Yeah,
I
as soon as I
thought
get all
it's. I thought he sounded familiar. The voice of Sledge is, according to the Zeltrax, is Adam Gardner, who is also the voice of Camdor from Overdrive.
Well, that explains it. I thought that voice sounded.
He did sound
incredibly
familiar. Also, DL Bob points out that the voice of Singe was Mark Mitchinson, who was the voice of Creepox in Super Mega Force.
Really? They did not sound a thing alike.
Yeah, no kidding. Holy crap. But yeah, like, getting back to Sledge, he was goofy. Like, he had plenty of goofy moments, but when it came time for him to do battle with the Rangers, he didn't fuck around.
He was a good balance of terrifying and, lovey-dovey. He was kind of like Lord Zed and Nukas done right.
Yeah.
Where he wasn't pussified near the middle of the series like both of them. And if you saw my Metallics review, it was kind of a complete wussification of a great villain. Sledge didn't have that problem.
No.
Even when he got finally, that guy, I think the best part Sledge did throughout this whole thing is when he finally got the Rangers where he wanted them. They didn't drop their little Energem or something in a skirmish or something. He walked up and yanked that fucking Energem out of Tyler. It's like, yeah, this is mine now, bitch.
Yeah.
That's the essence of a villain, right? He just takes it.
It wasn't
Because he can.
And for them to get that energy back was not easy. They had to sneak on board his ship and fight for that fucking thing. He didn't just accidentally lose it. They snuck on board and stole it back. And
Tyler had to pull a Red Falcon to get that back.
Yeah, so honestly, that to me was like, okay, he lost, but he didn't lose any credibility for that. It's just the Rangers just outclassed him on that one. But he could, if he had really, if he really wanted to, or if he was really on tack and caught them ahead of time, he would have easily stomped them if he really wanted to. It's just they caught him off guard.
Yeah. Also, Diobot brings up another good point. How long has it been since we've seen such emotion from these villains?
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't get this from freaking Vekar or even Vrak or any of the War Star or mutants from Megaforce or even Samurai. I mean, freaking blanking on the guy's name from Samurai. But, you know, he was always like, oh, I have a headache, you know, basically copying Rita's whole headache thing.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you know, it's just like, oh, this guy sucks. This guy's not even trying. I mean, we all knew he was drinking sake. He that was not medicine. He was guzzling.
Yeah.
That guy was getting drunk off his ass. It's like he didn't even care if he beat the Power Rangers or not. Sledge was thankfully not like that.
No.
He was getting shit done.
Everything he was doing was
you,
about
Sid.
everything he was doing was about getting back those stealing the Energems back and stopping the Power Rangers. That was his main goal. And he was putting off his own fucking wedding to do this, much to his fiance's chagrin. And
But we gotta fault. As much as we love Sledge, we gotta fault him on one thing. When he disappeared, it's like, where were you? He's like, I went around the world, and then we get the photo clip show. Now, granted, there was a reason for that, but you're still just like, you didn't even try to contact your wife, not even freaking send her a candygram. Like, hi, honey, I'm alive and well, just plotting a big ultimate, final attack.
Yeah,
I'll be back, bitches.
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
it would have been nice to see scenes like you don't have to show her contacting him or him contacting her. Just have a scene where she knows something is coming, and make it kind of hint that he's still around, but never actually outright give us a clue. Just be like, keep your little fantasies over there, Snide. I know
you
what's
could have
going
seen
on.
her holding out hope that Sledge was alive, because it felt like near the beginning of the second half she had given up. She thought her Sledgeums was dead.
Yeah, but if she had gotten contact with him, it would have been nice to see a scene with her. It's like, I know he's still out there. When he gets back, you're dead.
Yeah, that really would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna come right out and say it. Sledge and Poisandra, best villain couple ever. They bury Rita and Zed.
Ouch.
They blow Prince Gasket and Archerina out of the water.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I don't think we even have to mention Divatox and Malagor, because that barely existed. But yeah, I love this couple. And the freaking that wedding. Sorry, Zeltrax, you say it's on par with Rita and Zed's wedding. That wedding was way better.
Sledge had a top hat. Sledge wins hands down.
Yeah.
Dude was rocking the Slash outfit.
Your argument is invalid. But I do agree with DL-Bot on one thing. His defeat was a little underwhelming, mainly because they had to pull that time travel gimmick. Now, in regards to them going back in time, it does make sense that the Rangers would just completely beat him out, because they were at their strongest. The Energems were, at their most powerful, well, technically. And he had never fought them before. He was unaware of what they were capable of. So they would have easily trounced him.
Yeah, that and he didn't know then what he knew in the future. So there's no way he could have just taken those Energems up from them.
Yeah.
He didn't even know they had them per se. So it works. And again, dang, I had something, but yeah, sorry, lost my train of thought. But
yeah, it still doesn't excuse the ending for what it was, but at least they gave us that. At least they made some logic out of that.
I know what it was. It would have been nice to see him and Tyler kind of have that final one-on-one fight.
Yeah.
I think that's what the problem is. The ending was Well, I hate to compare it to the end of Zeo, where they just, frickin' destroy giant King Mondo and the Machine Empire sort of thing, or when Rita and Zed blow them up near the end. It feels open ended.
It does feel similar to that in many ways. I will agree. Because
I think
hell,
that's
I
the
mean, he
problem.
grows giant and they defeat him while he's giant. It's just the way they did it was different.
And they throw them all into the sun. Lazy.
That I think is where the underwhelming part comes in. Like that's how you finish him off. You just chuck him into the sun. I mean,
That's like if freaking Yoda lifted all the Star Destroyers and the Death Star into the air with the Force and threw them into the sun.
Yeah.
That would have been a pretty piss poor way to end Return of the Jedi and Star Wars, period. I think, it's kind of like that,
Yeah. Wow. We were at this for a long time.
This is a series wrap up. We've got a lot to say about this, and compared to Super Mega Force, I think we have a lot more investment in this. Like we actually give a shit about this series because it was overall really.
It's a Power Ranger podcast. That's what we do.
Yeah, like I knew going in we were going to be taking our time with this one because we got a lot to talk about. So let's talk about let's wrap it up with this one final topic before we get to our final rating. The adaptation part of it, how it adapted the stock footage. The one area where we have to call it out, and is one of our old running gags, as Matty pointed out earlier, American footage, Japanese footage. It was very obvious a lot of the times when that happened because the suits. Now it's not Saban's fault, it's not Chip's fault. That just ended up that way. But we still got to call it out for what it is.
We know why. We now know why, right, Matty?
Oh, we know why. And it's different suits and everything else. But at the same time, no, we're not going for 5 hours. I don't want to do 5 hours.
No, we're not going 5 hours. We're gonna be wrapping this up when we can. But this is gonna run long. But that being said, with this, we have to call that out when we see it. I mean, again, it's not really anybody's fault. It couldn't be helped, but it had to be done. You have to call it out for what it is. Now, to say that's still, if that's the worst part of your adaptation, you still beat out Megaforce's constant use of the Japanese names and Japanese text all over the goddamn place without ending that.
Oh, fuck, yes.
They at least fixed that problem. In Dino
Hell, they changed the freaking batteries, the Judenchi, to read what the actual dinosaurs were. They didn't leave Gabutira and Bragigas all over them to leave newcomers to the franchise to go, what the hell? They covered their tracks pretty well here.
Yeah. Because when you see the cards in Megaforce, they say Tenso Sentai Go Sager on them. I mean, yeah, it's not like the biggest thing to complain about, but it's one of those things where it can take you out of the immersion. Like, the fuck? What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
You can't help but notice that. And yes, and we're not asking you to every little thing, but if it's that right there in your face, especially if it's stock footage, you can fucking edit it out.
I think the problem also is that stuff like that, if we saw that at our age and we had no preconceived notions of what Sentai was, that would have sparked our interest. But now with the advent of the internet, an 8-year-old could Google what he saw on TV in there and find out about Super Sentai. So I think the biggest problem is the mystery is gone.
Yeah.
So why not cover it up?
Yeah. But yeah, that's the one area where the adaptation, and we already mentioned earlier how some characters, like when they're in the stock footage, you have to kind of hide the Sentai personalities compared to their American ones. But I will give them credit. That was a very rare thing to come up, where their Sentai counterparts kind of peeked out a little bit in characters. More often than not, they either had their character set up in a way that the stock footage works, or they worked around it so much that when it did pop up, it was so rare you didn't even notice.
Well, and to be fair, no one really acted, as wily as Daigo did in Kyoryuger. Let's be perfectly fair.
Kind of hard to match
acted
that, but
way out of character.
Yeah, but
to the point where it seemed weird.
Yeah, thankfully they gave Tyler enough of an eccentric personality that when his stock footage did start going Daigo, it wasn't like that far fetched. You know,
Right.
like this isn't like this isn't like Troy turning into Marvelous.
Oh god.
Because that never made sense. He was never that kind of like cold badass that it made sense. So that was a complete failure of the adaptation. Here, at least there was enough eccentricness from Tyler that the Daigo scenes make some sense. Plus, they did a decent job incorporating some of the backgrounds and stuff for like the stock footage. Like, it's kind of hard to work around the carnival mode, but they made it work enough that it didn't bother me too bad. Like, I
Also,
think
this show made it work to the point where it didn't feel like Tyler was stealing the show. It was like, time for Tyler to save everything. It didn't feel like that. It felt genuine. Like the team did their thing, and then Tyler breaks out carnival mode or Dino Super Drive mode or whatever they called it in this. It felt genuine.
yeah, that was what they needed to do, and it was hard. That's not an easy thing to pull off because they had to work with the stock footage, but they were able to work around it well enough that it never felt that bad. So I give props to the writing team for that because that's not, you know, as a group, as at least several of us here who know how to write a story like that, we know how hard that is. That's not easy to write around stuff like that.
Ain't even fucking quantifiable. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sequelitis.
no,
Still.
it's okay. But
Also, I think we're forgetting the biggest pro about this show.
what's that?
Shovels!
Shovels!
Shovels saved this show. Shovels everywhere. Shovels in the beginning. Kendall wielding the shovel. The shovel was the savior of true hero of the show were shovels.
Oh, amen. Amen.
Even when the kids went on that little dinosaur bone dig, they had shovels. Shovels were the true hero of this.
Yeah.
Even though they kind of were phased out in the second half, the shovels did save this.
Hell, Chiplin even said himself if he'd realized the running gag that was going to come out of that, he probably would have done more with it.
Oh, I believe it.
Like that, because like that's something you can work with. Hell, they could have sold like these special, like they could have made a weapon out of that, or they could have done something with it. They could have made a toy sale out of that.
Agreed. So, Bandai of America, when do we get our legacy shovel?
Soon enough. Soon enough.
Yeah, also, folks, we know that they used a new theme song, but that's not really...
Well, we can briefly we give them compliment that they used a different theme song.
The song is good.
And the song was
good.
good.
We already
went over at the
complimented
beginning of
the
the
song.
thing. And we went over at the beginning of the season. The song is good. The song is good.
Yes. Yeah. They kept the like. I don't mind them having Go-Go Power Rangers in there, but play around with it. You know, have fun with it. And that's what they did here. You know, it was still there, but it wasn't all they had. They had this nice song around it that really brought that out. And when they hit that Go-Go Power Rangers, it gets you hyped instead of just going, oh god, they're just copying it again. You know, that was our issue with Megaforce. I mean, it made sense. At the same time, they just did it for Samurai. So it's like, oh god, they're just doing it again. Fuck. Anyway, so I think it's time we get to the big one. Let's rate this bitch once and for all. And I think we did this with Megaforce, so I think we should do it here. Instead of doing the thumbs up, thumbs down, doing letter grade. Let's letter grade.
No,
this.
yeah.
My final rating for Power Rangers Dino Charge and Dino Supercharge is going to be a straight B. It was good, but it had a few flaws here and there, but it was a vast improvement over the last two series. Matty?
You both done?
I think we said everything we need to say. Let's just get to the rating.
Because I'm just going, okay, let's get to the thing. Let's get to, you guys are spending an hour and a half. I'm like, okay, I was gonna keep it simple and then read the emails, but okay, let's go detailed. Okay, why not? Again, nothing wrong with you guys with that, guys. I just like, I like to keep it simple. Characters are amazing. Some of the best characters in the Neo Saban era. Scratch that. The best of the Neo Saban era. Sorry, we're doing a podcast here. Jeez. Anyway, I was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm doing a podcast here, folks." Jeez, not my fucking fault. We're going long. Anyway, characters are amazing. Sludge is a great villain. Snide steals the second half. We've said it at the very beginning of this review. First half is pitch perfect. Few episodes from the second half, Arcanon is freaking wasted. That ending. Ooh, that ending hurt it. It wasn't working towards an S, but it had an A+ going in. Going in. This one, I have to give it a B. I'm with you on this one, Chase. A lot of flaws, but thankfully, a lot of the filler can be skipped, which is both a good and bad thing. That ending will hurt your brain if you start thinking about it. But if you're just going for a straight A, the villains are dead, here's the resolution. Because why not resolution? It's fine. It's not perfect. It is far from perfect. And yes, it will hurt your brain if you start thinking about it. As a matter of fact, I think our brains melted. Only slightly. So, yeah, I'm giving this a straight B.
All right. What about you, Easy?
Well, we've been looking at this on its own merits. As part of the Power Rangers pantheon, I'm gonna have to be a little bit more harsh because, like I said, this good first half, questionable second half. And the three things for me, like you said, Jace, the ending is paramount, but for me, I look for the beginning, the middle, and the end. So those are the three key factors. And only one of those was really the thing we complimented. The second half, the middle, that slump began where Supercharged, it began that little dip where it wasn't living up to the first half. And the end, well, it kind of came spiraling down and fell apart. And like Matty said, that's going to hurt. But again, there is enough of this show to salvage a decent season of Power Rangers. So I'm giving this a C+. This season was okay. It wasn't the savior of the franchise like we were hoping it to be after Super Mega Force. It wasn't another Neo Saban cookie cutter copy and paste like its predecessors. It's not really great. It's not really terrible. It's okay. Not bad for a first try, Saban, getting away from the cookie cutter copy and paste of the Sentai. It's okay. Downcharge, you're okay.
Yep.
That's where I'll leave it.
You pass. That's as much as we can say.
Yeah.
You pass.
Yeah, you have a passing grade.
In the grand scheme of Power Rangers, this one is okay. Big O, little K.
All right. I think we've dilly-dallied long enough. Matty, hit the button.
We have to. It's 11 o'clock.
Tell you what, Easy, I know you've got work tonight. If you have to cut out during our emails, don't hesitate to. We'll get. If I have to, I'll read all the rest of the emails by myself if I have to.
I might have to. We'll see. And I think I'm going to abstain from jokes tonight just because, yeah.
Understandable. Matty, hit the button.
You folks still awake? It's time for your emails and comments of the week. You can send them at rangerrecap@gmail.com. There's my tablet. There's my tablet. There it is. I'm not going to lie. I actually fell asleep for a few seconds.
Welcome to my
I'm
world.
not going to lie.
Surprised I haven't yet, but then again, when I get in streaming mode, I'm like hyped. I don't get hyped. I stay hyped.
I was like that for Mystery Science Theater, Matty. I stayed awake for the host segments, but I fell asleep during the movies because I've seen them all already.
Still, it's Manos. I do feel bad for pulling you away from that. Anyway.
Oh, please. Like, I've seen that a million times.
Now, obviously, folks, don't expect we will go through as many of these as wholly as possible, but we're already over our time. So
I think we're gonna do the like the Spaceballs pre said, the short version.
We're gonna try.
We will attempt to keep these as whole as possible to get to things, but yes.
But we are gonna make a caveat here. Because we know there's going to be a lot of series reviews. We know we got a lot of thoughts to go through. We're going to try to read as much of these as we can. And we are going to be a little more lenient on our main rule, on rule number 6. If they're a little long, we're not going to dave you for it. At least not tonight.
Bio, if we did this as a 2-parter, we had a shit can game night.
Yeah,
and we want to do, and considering that at least on my end, I'm shutting down game night in December. I'd like to have at least 3 shows left. I'd like to do those 3 shows.
Besides, we'd have to dave ourselves for going on too long.
Yeah. And these 2 went long. I just threw in the jokes in there.
Hey.
I thought I was gonna have a few minutes to say, hey, okay, the overall thing. I'm like, I have to skip that because pretty much these 2 said it.
Sorry.
Hey, who's the
It's
token?
okay.
Who's the token
Hey.
critic here?
That's it. You guys are the Toku. This guy's a Toku guy. You guys talk, and hey, great minds think alike. I'm here to riff and read emails, and I'm all out of riffs.
Hey, you had your moments, Matty. Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know what? We'll have more moments in Ninja Steel.
Yes, we will.
Yep. All right.
And moving on. Dragon Zeron was first, by the way, and we've flipped a coin. I'm starting first. Dragon Zeron, hey guys, I'm back with another review. This time a Power Rangers review. There's a story of my thoughts. No, whoever needs my review don't need to read the plot, just more of the insurance thing. So I could hear. So here's the story. So, okay, he's just trying to make sense of the thing, essentially.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, he tried to make sense. Spoiler alert in the email, he failed. Just about as bad as we did.
Yeah.
Seeing Kendall without her helmet was a holy shit moment, he says.
Agreed.
And this was Edge of this is the thing. I don't know if you heard about the Dino Church. By the way, Dino does not need an E.
Yeah.
Just point blank on. I'll give this 8.7 out of 100 or 9 fossils out of the main 10 for those who want to keep the Dino Charge ring. All right. First question. I don't know if you heard about the casting director for new PR reboot. Recently asked Jack Black to be a part of the film. What are your thoughts on it? And
We already asked. We
Already
asked
answered this one. Moving
and
on.
It's still a rumor. It's not substantiated.
Rumor, and it's probably going to be debunked by the time we come back on air. Second question, since it's confirmed that Baron Nero is
Actually, hold
coming
on a minute. This email looks very familiar.
I could have sworn we read this already.
Yeah. Or at least, because these questions all look like questions we saw last time. Yeah.
And you just wasted our fucking time.
Sorry.
Not you, Matty. The email.
Yeah. All those questions are almost a copy and paste of a previous email we've already read.
Yeah. By the way, folks, if you're sending this an email tonight after the show, it's not going to be read for at least a year, at least the rest of the month.
Yeah.
So, spoiler alert: if you're still around, don't bother. Don't fucking bother.
Yeah.
Red Robin will get at you too. Don't bother.
So I'll go ahead and take the next one because I got Solar Star up next.
You do that.
Solar Star here, and the Earth died and was born again. We are now living in Dinotopia. I'll be damned. A Power Ranger team that failed to save the Earth, and the only way to fix it was the cosmic reset button. I did give props for having the final battle consist completely of original footage, but throwing the space-time continuum out of whack was really whack. I do have mixed feelings with Coda and Ivan going back to their own time. This finale gets 3.5 black holes out of 5. Since the mass extinction of the dinosaurs never happened, it would really upset the balance of nature. Guess that means Dino Thunder and probably a few other seasons have been erased from history. However, I doubt we'll be seeing dinosaurs running around in Ninja Steel and beyond, so it's safe to say that Time Force intervenes somehow, or this could just be a parallel dimension like RPM. As for the series itself, Power Rangers Dino Charge gets 4 Energems out of 5. The first half was outstanding, but the second half's wacky fillers really hurt it. A huge improvement over Zachar's style of cut, copy, and paste and sugarcoat. Tyler earned his Red Ranger stripes at the end of the first half of the series, but couldn't top it and came up a little short for the next level. Red Lita. Did you know that QQ may be Japanese for rescue, but it's also used as a pun for 99? Hence, Go-Go 5 came out in 1999. Now let's see what Ninja Steel has got to bring to the plate. And with that, Matty, you get Biohybrid.
All right, Biohybrid brings up next. Hey, recappers, Biohybrid. Here's my email with a smidgen long, but everything is for it. Yeah, we're not going to go over this here. So 2 things. All right, the series finale of Dino Supercharge was okay. Our 2 things do bug me. 1, Keeper sent Coda and Ivan back to their time. Also, Xenowing. He also sent Xenowing and Heckle to the past to take care of the Dark Energem. Hasn't Doctor Who and Back to the Future taught us anything? You don't screw with the past. Cute.
This show just pulled a Barry Allen with the timeline. You don't get to talk.
Yeah. Two Sledge's meteors never crashed. Wait a moment. If Sledge's meteors never crashed, does that mean that Dino Gems never were discovered? And you weren't smart. And if you were smart, you guys know you are. That I know you do. You guys know what it means. If don't, let me spell it out for you. No Dino Gems means no Dino Thunder. Final Thunder never finally happened. Let that sink in later. Next up, Red Rob.
Red Rob. Hey, recappers. I've been watching both Zed and Rita's wedding and Sledge and Poisandre's wedding many times, and yeah, I have to agree with you guys that this current wedding is better than Zed and Rita's wedding. Sorry, recappers. Here is my final pros and cons of End of Extinction. Pros. The final narration. Awesome. I'm really going to miss that narrator. Ranger's plan. That's pretty smart. You can time travel with 10 Energems. Tyler says Magna Beam to cut off Sledge. Lol. Dinosaurs are still alive. I call bullshit on that. But to quote Cornelius Robinson from Meet the Robinsons, keep moving forward. Cons. Sledge's spaceship towing the moon. Alone. Seriously. Even Mater has some dignity of being a tow truck. The Dark Energem created a black hole. That's cool and all, but why? Time travel? That's the one plot hole the show could have explained. Wow, Sledge and the others got sent to the sun. It's better than Ivan Ooze got hit by Orion's comet. Truth. Especially since Ivan Ooze got kicked in the balls for it.
True.
Yep. Shelby kissed Tyler in the cheek. I wish it was more closer like Tommy and Kimberly's kiss. Well, at least it's better than the hug of Wes and Jen from Time Force.
Yep.
I wish Coda and Ivan can stay with the Rangers, but this is time travel, and it's for the best. Sadly, there's no Talon Ranger, but I have to agree with you guys that he's the Boba Fett of Power Rangers. Results, this episode ends on a cool, sad, funny, and happy note of an ending. So I give this episode 10 Energems out of 10. Season results. The casts are awesome, the villains are cool, the science is clever, comedy is well done. It has some problems here and there, but that's the best season that Nickelodeon's released to date. Even they can still annoy us. Oh yeah, we also have a Christmas special. Whoopity-doo! So I'll give this season 9 Power Ranger bolts out of 10.
You're far more generous than we are.
Apparently. Well, that's it for Dino Charge. A step forward to Power Rangers Ninja Steel. Also, I am ready to watch the new Lionsgate Power Rangers movie next year. Till then, recappers, may the power protect you next season. And with that, Matty, you get Evan Hunter Gale.
Yeah, he said Rita's wedding, by the way, is what he corrected.
Yeah,
us
I
on.
kind of already added that in there, so he's good.
Evan Hunter Gale, great episode and finale. A plus for the season. A plus for the season.
I think it's
questions,
A+
but
to the
first,
season. I think that's his rating. A+.
A plus. There we go. Questions, but first, to the people who are bitching about the reboot and complaining about Becky G's butt while in her Yellow Ranger suit, shut the fuck up, and ladies. What is this? The 40s? Ladies grew up and everyone has a butt. Unless you complain a man's butt is in a tight suit, then you can complain about it. But until you feminists shut up. You know.
Dude, tell us how you really feel. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Disclaimer, the views expressed in the emails do not necessarily reflect the RVT's Ranger recap.
Yeah. That's obviously his email. I'm just don't shoot the messenger or the reader of the message. But I believe translated what he meant to say, if I could find the goddamn button, would be something akin to.
Please shut the hell up.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Number one, did Eric and Taylor ever have a kid? Ever had a kid since the teen-up, since with Time Force and after Wild Force ended?
That would imply that they ever actually hooked up. I don't think that's ever been confirmed, so...
They hint at it in the crossover, but it's up in the air. It's debatable after that.
Yeah.
I ship it though. Do you not?
If you were the mentor of a Sentai or evil Sentai, what would you have them do?
That's a big one.
Probably
For
have
me?
to fight my battles for me.
Yeah.
That's what mentors do anyway, so yeah.
For me, evil Sentai, Bullet Club.
Yeah.
If you're not a wrestling fan, Google it. It's a good wiki.
Yep.
Number
No, no.
3, if you're going to do the same thing like every year, you think you're going to do the same thing like every year up to with the 4-month hiatus? No, we just need a break.
No, I think I think he's asking if Nickelodeon's going to keep doing that. As long as that's what's in the contract.
We
Yeah.
have no say in that matter.
All we're doing is we're glad there is a hiatus so we could chill.
Yeah.
Shame that there are no Talent Ranger. Oh well. We'll talk about false advertisement, and I hope the L-Bot uses my riddle this week, or at least before the year ends, because you think his are tough. Wait till you hear mine when he gets to it later. He says,
We shall
"Next
see."
up, cell tracks.
Through all the ups and downs, twists and turns, bullshit filler after bullshit filler, we're here at the last episode of Dino Supercharge. Time for one last lightning round until the next Dino Charge Christmas special on December 10th. Number 1, Sledge selling Earth to Common 5. Okay, weird place for Chip to make a Kamen Rider reference. Now, if Chip mentioned a planet named Ultra 7, then you have my okay to go nuts.
I think that would have been a little too on the nose.
Yeah, just a tad.
Yeah.
2, the way the Rangers and the rest of the Earth helped destroy the Dark Energem was nice to see, almost similar to how Bulk and Skull rallied the planet against Astronema and Countdown to Destruction. Shame they didn't know the Dark Energem's destruction would trigger a black hole that destroys the planet. Whoops. Oh, I actually like this one. To quote Some Call Me Johnny from YouTube about the Energem's ultimate power, time travel is bullshit.
Really? I hadn't noticed.
For those who are wondering, look up his Sonic 36 or Sonic 06 review. Number 4, it was neat to see past Sledge grow with the Magna Beam. The music playing a record scratch before it happens was funny, though his defeat was several kinds of lame. Number 5, to quote Cell from DBZ Abridged about the different timelines this creates, multiverse theory is a bitch, isn't it? This sort of this sort of confirms my stance on Dino Charge being a standalone season.
I think that.
Yeah. Oh, Maddie, you're gonna like this one given what you put in the stinger. Number 6. Wow, it took Dino Charge 44 episodes to make a Jurassic Park joke. Now, if that's not chaos theory, I don't know what is.
Damn it! Dude. I had a, I made the stinger and then I realized, oh god, need to make a change to the stinger. I'm so glad I made that change.
Yes. Overall, this finale was okay. Some fans are pissed and some actually want Shiplin and Becca Barnes fired from the show, along with one fan calling Chip Satan and want him replaced from the show entirely. To clarify what I said last time about that article, I recall it was a recent Davi Santos interview where he mentioned a lot of original ideas for the show were cut in favor of boring filler and more Sentai plots. Anyway.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Well. Looks like the worm has turned.
Yeah. Thank you, Davi.
Looks like Judd isn't to blame after all.
Yeah, thank you. Is it Davi or Davey? I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Well, we'll make sure we learn it when we interview him, that's for sure. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, my final rating for the finale was a B-, and my final rating for Dino Charge as a whole is a straight A, teetering on a B. I do have a question for all three of you guys. Is Dino Charge as a whole a lot better than Megaforce as a whole?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
There is no doubt in our minds. The ending might not have been as great, but the series as a whole was a huge step up. And as he continues on, Dino Charge was the season that got me more excited about the show than ever before, and while I still miss Claire, Yoshi, and everyone else, we all know there's another team waiting to strike from the shadows. Power Rangers Ninja Steel! See you then, Ninja, vanish! And with that, oh, Maddie, you got the easy one. Well, somewhat easy. You got LPH.
Hey, guys, so the final episode in the Dino Charge The Ultimate Power is time travel. Fucking time travel. Son of a... Anyway. So the higher up says Dino Charge is not connected. So other shows. So we black hole time travel. No kissing it. This was a good series. It's not Megaforce bad. And out of the 3, Dino Charge is number 1. Good show. Now Q&A time. What Power Ranger villain that you want for president?
Rancic. Astronomus a close second, though.
Rancic said 2020.
Yeah.
Rancic and Vice President Lord Zed.
I would also go with Astronema. Why Astronema? She's honest.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't say no to that.
Yeah.
Let's see. And do you want an original ending of Power Ranger or a copy-paste ending of Power Ranger?
Honestly, I just want a good ending. I don't care if it's a copy and paste done right. I'll take it. I just want a good ending.
A good. I hate to keep going back to my standby, but the end of time is a good way to show how you can borrow elements from the ending of the Sentai, but still have your own original ending. I'd like an amalgamation.
Man, I don't care either way. You can do whatever you want. Just make it good. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
It's a good ending. It doesn't matter what it is.
So that's it. Rest our hero.
Boo.
Ranger fan Nathan's next.
Hey guys, glad I made it back for the finale. You know what? I'm gonna keep this nice and short. I had fun with the finale. Was it the best finale ever? No, of course not. However, I enjoyed it enough to where it was fun to watch. Overall, I think Dino Charge was a decent entry into the Power Rangers legacy. Does it crack my top 10 seasons? No, but it is definitely in my top 15. Overall, I can say hands down Dino Charge is the best of the Neo Saban series. I think they're heading in the right direction, and I'm looking forward to Ninja Steel. Overall rating for Dino Charge is a B+. Questions. You win a trip to Japan, and you have the option of 3 cities that you can stay in. When you research the cities, you find out one is protected by a Kamen Rider, the other is protected by a Sentai team, and the last city is protected by an Ultraman. Which city would you stay in?
Kamen Rider, less collateral damage.
Yeah.
Kamen Rider.
Yeah. Because with Sentai teams and Ultraman, you got giants likely to blow up buildings.
And yeah. And one of them has a giant effing dragon god that comes down and nukes the goddamn city. And no, I'm not letting that go.
If anything else, I think we'd love to be as some of the original Sentai cities, you know, kind of like Go Ranger or Jaka.
How about a Kiba Ranger where their mech is tiny?
Yeah, there you go.
Not much collateral damage.
Yeah. Number 2. Do you think we will get our first official teaser for Ninja Steel after Dino Supercharge's Christmas episode?
I'd expect it, but I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah.
Who could say?
Who can say? We don't know yet. Anyway, finally, I did want to give my thoughts on the new movie Megazord. I actually really dig the look of it. When I first saw it, I thought it looked like a cross between a Transformer and a Jaeger from Pacific Rim. It's different and cool and fits with the alien tech that we've been hearing about. So the new Megazord gets a thumbs up from me. Thank you. Also,
actually, did you guys report on the new Megazord picture?
No, I haven't. No, we haven't.
Well, Nick. Christmas special. We'll
Christmas
bring that
special.
up.
We'll bring it
Oh
up.
yeah.
We'll have a big news. I didn't want to do that tonight because this.
There's a newer, better Megazord picture out there from the movie, which actually looks a lot more like the original.
All right, we'll take a look. Anyway, also, I give huge props from Lionsgate and the writers of the new movie for reintroducing the morphing grid. Because honestly, I think the last time a Ranger series talked about the morphing grid was in Overdrive. Anyway, guys, enjoy the holidays and can't wait for more recaps for Ninja Steel. Later! Actually, the last time anything resembling the morphing grid was brought up was in RPM. Even though it wasn't specifically called the morphing grid, it was very clear that's what they were talking about.
Gray area.
Yeah.
Anyway, that brings up Matty. You got Keith up next.
I get the button.
Yeah,
I get
you
to
get
set
the
up
button. I'll have it. I'll press it on my end when it's time.
I will, and I have it ready here. So let's do this. Hey guys, I know we'll have a Christmas episode soon, but before we talk about the final episode, I would like to say that listening to you guys riff and talking about these episodes always helps me get through my time at college. And I'm looking forward to your riffing on Ninja Steel if you decide to riff it. Oh, we're fucking riffing.
Oh, that's a given.
That's a given.
Dude, this show got us to cut, is getting us to conventions together. You think we're quitting this?
Fuck that.
We just need a break, folks. Here's the difference between a series finale and a season finale. A season finale is a break. A series finale is, screw you guys, we're going home.
But there's more coming. Screw you guys. Him.
Hey,
Moving on.
Seeing how you guys seeing how the ending retconned Dino Thunder, which is my favorite season, and possibly retconning Mighty Morphin seasons. I'll have this clip of John Oliver explaining how I feel about this. John, you may fire when ready.
You all forever. You yourself. You go yourself right now.
I think we're going alternate.
Alternate timeline, yes, but I think that's the internet's reaction right there.
Yeah, I think that about sums it up.
Or alternate universe, whatever. But
yeah. We're saying that, but at the same time, it's like, okay, we're saying it, but we're not calling for the writer. They did what they had to do. Blame Nickelodeon.
Besides, Saban/Nickelodeon probably pulled a power play. They probably made him do that, for all we know.
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, let's move on.
I'll be curious to hear what happened. That's all it is. Unless a future season establishes that Dino supercharges an alternate universe like RPM, I call bullshit on that ending. 3. I was going to call this flop, but a fun season until that ending happened. And I can hope for now is that Ninja Steel won't suck, even though the quality of Sentai series Ninja Steel will be adapting from. I probably might be too much to ask for it, dude. Mega Ranger.
Yeah.
We got in space out of Mega Ranger.
I'll do one better. Go on, Jer.
And RPM.
Yes, and RPM. It has been scientifically proven that you can turn chicken shit into chicken soup in Power Rangers.
Except with Ghost Age.
Except with
Well.
Ghost Ager. That's rough. But then again, it takes the right ingredients. I think we've proven. You know,
Oh, can't win them all.
can't win them all, but it has been scientifically proven. You just need the right ingredients.
Yep.
Question for y'all: given how the B plots pretty much took center stage over the A plots this season, you think there was a lack of cooperation between Judlin and Beckett Barnes and Alwyn Dale when it comes to properly executing them? I don't think so.
See, this is where our argument comes in. My guess is that Saban saw that Dino Charge was getting a little too serious, and there's always a good chance parents complained about something because you know how parents are.
I think we can chalk this up to executive meddling.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm getting at. Is that Saban came down and said, you guys need to have some more lighthearted episodes. Because you notice the fillers were very funny and lighthearted episodes. So I'm willing to bet that was where the executive meddling came in. They're like, no, you got to lighten it up.
And this goes back to our thing earlier where they're blaming the wrong people. It's not Judd and Beckett's fault. Their hands were tied. You know, the suits pulled a power play. You know, they were overruled. So don't blame them.
Question for all: what Power Rangers tokusatsu cliche do you think needs to die in a fire? Leftovers.
No, what cliche? Can't use that. That's a little unfair.
Takahu is a cliche.
I think what Matty's trying to say is the overly anxious, always hyperactive Red Senshi. Yeah, I think that cliche needs to go. But that's not really a Power Rangers.
What needs to die in a fire? The whole introduction, like what in Ghost and everything else. Yeah.
No one's going to use episode 47 as a...
No. I think at this point people are fully invested or have fucked off.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand if you change up the dynamic that maybe the intro, like bring back the intro for a few episodes, but you don't need to do it every single fucking time. I know we have ADHD in this day and age, but Jesus Christ, people, even I'm not that bad.
And that's saying something.
Sad thing is, they're probably going to bring it back for the movie War team up, even though we know who the hell he is and he's alive and well. He's probably still going to say his life story for the newcomers.
And we will be right here telling them it doesn't matter what your name is.
Amen. Moving on.
Yep.
That's it for Keith. Next up,
Crunchman.
Crunchman.
Hey, recappers. I'm going to get Dave for this email's length, but I don't want to write in too much, so.
Not really.
You
Not
got
today.
lucky.
You're gonna get chewed out. You've been chewed out before.
Yeah. So it's finally over. Dino Charge's finale is aired, and what the fuck was that?
That seems to be the general consensus.
Yeah, indeed. So the good parts of this episode. It had some decent jokes, like the reuse of the "it's a bomb" gag from the first episode. Wrench's side comment of not likely about Sledge and Boys Andrews getting married. And the joke about the Magna being with Tyler and Sledge. On a twisted note, the fact that the Rangers were responsible for Earth's demise. That's a welcome dark twist. And then there's the bad. The Rangers' plan for destroying the Dark Energem was utterly stupid and made no sense. Then there's everything wrong with the time travel part, such as the past Energem still reacting to the Rangers despite not being bonded to them yet, Tyler pulling a mini Bob out of his ass despite Zord's not existing yet. That's a new one we didn't think about. Yeah.
Oh my God, he's right. I hate to sound like a broken record, but they Barry Allen's this.
Yep. And the biggest sin of all, thanks to their actions in the past, they basically retconned the entire show. I mean, think about it. Tyler's dad would have never gone missing from being buried alive by Fury and by
He covered this.
Yeah, he covered pretty much everything. I see probably, yeah, Coda probably died saving his younger brother. Ivan would live his own life. Philip would have just stayed in Xandar. And Riley would have stayed in the farm. The only ones who still would have ended up where they were would have been Shelby, Chase, and Kendall. So basically, the show pulled a Ryuki on us with that ending and retconning the show from never happening.
Spoiler.
Also, what's Ryuki? Whatever it is, sounds disappointing. Overall,
Well, unless you're Hiroshi Tanahashi.
yeah. Also, I give this overall I give the episode a 1.5 out of 5. Disappointing finale with too many planet-sized black holes. Also, and as for the series as a whole, my thoughts on it. It's just okay. The acting is decent, the action is good, the original stuff they threw in there was pretty cool, but there's just way too much stuff that needed to be explained, mainly with the energems and how they worked and so on, since they were inconsistent as fuck with those things. And then, of course, too many stretches of filler that turned the show into a drag at times. Probably could have reorganized a few episodes to make it a bit more balanced out, and that would have helped a bit. It's safe and sad to say Dino Charge kind of shares a pattern with Ghost and Ninja in one particular way. All three shows started out with decent first halves that had us excited for the rest of the show, but when the second half hit, it went downhill from there.
I wouldn't say Ninja had a good first half, more like a good first 10 episodes, and it went to shit.
Yeah.
Still, the point stands. Oh my God, he's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though, at least Dino Charge is still better than both of those. So there's that.
Thank God. Thank God.
Wait, what's
Amazing.
Dino Charge? Sounds like an awesome concept that runs out of juice when it counts the most.
Oh.
Like when your power runs out when it's 5 a.m. and you're stuck in the dark, hoping and praying that an animatronic bipedal animal of some type doesn't show up and bite your forehead off. You just did not!
Gee, what? Gee, I wonder what that's a reference to.
Yeah, your lucky lady K's asleep right now. You'd get daved. You'd get the devil's arrangement to your head. Anyway. And now I leave you guys with a bit of Toku trivia. Did you know that in the Attack on Titan live-action films, AG and Escape weren't the only Toku actors to appear? The actress that plays Akari from Ghost is also in the movies in a bit role, and if you hated Akari, then you're in luck because she gets squashed into goo. Oddly therapeutic after the shitstorm that was Ghost.
Wow, I'm starting to think you didn't like Ghost.
No, yeah, I don't think he did. Anyway, that's gonna do it for him, Matty. You got Lex Dakar up next.
Hey guys, Lex, my email episodes, and well, this is it. The last episode of Dino Charge. Let's start with questions. Number one, what is your favorite final battle in Power Rangers history? Countdown to Destruction.
Yeah.
Mine is a tie between Journey's End from Lost Galaxy and, of course, End of Time, Time Force.
That's the top three right there, easily.
Yeah.
Though I will say SPD's finale is kind of up there too, because that one was pretty epic.
It could have been better.
Could have been better, but like it had that epic feeling, and that final.
The best part was Doggy Kruger and Grum going at it.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
That's the best part.
Now they
Everything
match.
else is just meh. Everything else is just meh in that finale, but that final fight is awesome.
How would you compare the finale of Kyoryuger to the finale of Dino Charge?
Ooh.
Well, Kyoryuger's more about Daigo truly earning his title as king and, having, well, not having his epic moment, but having a moment where his thrill-seeking and glory-hogging actually pays off.
Yeah.
Instead of being an
I
hindrance.
think Kyoryuger wins out just barely, just because at least it makes sense.
I will say this: Sledge was a more threatening looking villain than Butterfly faced the boss.
Oh,
And no,
God.
I still hate that fucking thing.
Yeah, not justifying.
And
that
I'm
one at all.
so glad they did not use that in this finale. You know what? I'm going to tack on a bonus point to Dino Charge for not using that thing.
Yeah.
You know what, Dino Charge? You get a bonus point. Because that boss form still looks ridiculous.
Anyway, who was your favorite character of this season?
We kind of already
This
covered that.
season?
Moving on.
Already covered that.
We already did the top three here. Comments. I have no words on the finale, but one thing: mind-fizzing, blown. Final analysis. Like you have 100 massive energems out of 100. Tyler, you catch on fast when it comes about the Magna Beam. He does.
Yeah.
Here's a fact. Number 2. Here's a fact. Since the asteroids didn't crash on Earth, this retcons Dino Thunder, and no, we've been over that.
We covered
Covered that.
this.
3. Now that Dino Charge is over, save for the Christmas episode. I hope I hope Ninja Steel will be good from the Ninja, because I hope they can provide more original footage and not leaning on the Sentai. That's it for me. See you guys later.
All right.
That's it, and that's it. Next up, Chris Ortiz.
Hello, recappers. Well, we now come to the end of another Power Ranger series, so here are my thoughts on Dino Charge as a whole. Looking back at the series, this, in my opinion, was an improvement over the last 2 series of the Neo Saban era. First half of the series established a good storyline that wasn't too much like the Sentai. Second half was kind of hit and miss, but at least it picked itself up near the end. The ending, while nowhere near one of the best series finales from past Ranger series, was still a solid finale. The characters had good development throughout the series, including some of the villains. One thing that I wish they could have explored more was Tyler and James' relationship, like I said earlier.
Agreed.
Another flaw in the series was that they never explained how Kendall first met Keeper and how she managed to create the Dino Chargers. Overall,
that is kind of a big plot hole.
kind of needed that filled in. Overall, if I were to rate Dino Charge, I would give it a solid B. This series was a step in the right direction, and I hope Judd Lim will continue that into Ninja Steel. So to end this, all I have to say is 2017 is looking to be an interesting year for the franchise. Looking forward to what Ninja Steel has to offer, as well as the new movie coming out soon. And of course, I look forward to hearing your guys again to riff on some more Power Rangers episodes. So with that said, hope you guys have a happy holidays. As always, take care of yourselves. Later. Hey, Matty, that means you got Guts up next.
Hey guys, Guts here, and this email might get too lengthy, so you can skip over this one, and I don't mind. Here's I'm going to try to keep things smart and funny. Go into the final. I want to talk about Kamen Rider Amazons. Do we have to?
Yeah, well, I think we can skip that part for now.
We're gonna have to skip the Kamen Rider Amazons there. Now to talk about rant about this episode. It's about open mouth, but it's when attacked. Hey, how'd you
skip that part. It's a script.
Yep.
He tries to talk about there's one part where he does talk about the good parts of the finale, but dude, just keep it simple.
Yeah, keep it simple, stupid. Episodes that should have been cut. True Black, no matter how you slice it, forgive and forget. If it was tweaked for foreshadowing of Heckle's heel face turn, well, it could stay. Home Run Coda, allegedly. Rags and Riches, besties forever. Love at First Fight. Catching some rays, parts of Freaky Fright Day, and War World. Actually,
well,
War
some
World
of those
would've-
were character building episodes. They weren't
Yeah.
necessarily filler. I don't know if I'd cut all of them.
replace the actual Halloween episode with War World. You could have you would have your Halloween episode right there.
Agreed.
I think, some would agree, some it's like, you can argue. In fact, I totally deserve a day for that, but when Zacher was in charge, with the exception of Megaforce, not Super Megaforce, he had an idea of what to do by copy-pasting the Sentai. And another thing, I rewatched Overdrive's finale, fucking Overdrive, to see how bad the worst season has finale, and to be completely honest, fucking Overdrive had the better conclusion. And then I puked all over the dinosaur toy I don't have.
Wow.
I want Judd Lin from 2001, because this finale was contraband by Time Force standards.
Yeah. Though, if you're just looking at the finale, Overdrive did at least put in an effort to make a sense-making finale. It's not exactly great, but for Overdrive, that's still.
I still can't overlook that Taizan's girlfriend was alive this whole time.
That part's still bullshit.
That was the slap in the face, because you had one legit moment where it looked like he was going to have some serious character development. Oh my God, my wife is dead. And, oh no, she was alive this whole time. We just stored her back here for safekeeping.
Yeah, and the
Fuck
fact
you.
that.
Fuck
And
you.
add to the fact that, I'm going to go looking for her. Oh, she's right there. Fuck!
Yeah.
Sorry, Guts. You lose. You're overruled.
Anyway.
No questions. I just think I wasted a lot of time. So, see you guys on it Sunday for memes. Don't worry about wasting time, dude. No, it happens.
Yeah.
Next up, Supernova.
Hey guys, Supernova here, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Yeah, we've got to tell everybody that happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
What's happy about it?
Hope it's going well for you. So, I would be talking about the finale to Dino Charge. However, since I have not seen every episode, I will not rate it. Though, if I recall, wasn't there a rumor about how the Dino Charge Rangers would mess up time, thus making the 2017 MMPR universe? Oh God, don't even joke like that.
No.
No, don't even joke like that. Anyways, this proves Keeper is the true villain because he not only messed up all of history, he also killed some of his Rangers indirectly. He's managed to cause more trouble than any villain has in this series. Oh, he's not entirely wrong there.
He's not. He ain't wrong.
Questions. First, favorite B-Fighter design?
Ooh.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the Astral Borg, aka the B Fighter Kabuto one, aka Yanma. Blanking on the other one, but the ones from B Fighter Kabuto, the extra one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those look pretty good.
I give special shout out to the gold one because that one, like, it looks really solid. In my opinion. Like, that one stands out to me. Second, if you could use any unused design in Sentai and make it a product, what would it be?
Unused Sentai design.
Yeah, you're gonna. I like. He tries to give an example with the power animals from Gower Ranger, but. Ooh.
Those were used in Power Rangers. What are you talking about?
I think he's talking about like all those extra animals that showed up in the last episode that he never used.
Oh, that. Audible.
Yeah,
X-Snake.
I had a feeling that
too
was
much.
going there. And last, if you could have the Akiba Rangers in the new Sentai Versus movie in some way, how would you do it?
It's cliche, but it would be funny if it was all a dream by Nobuo.
Yeah. Or at the very least, if you're going to have him in there, like actually in there, have like a quick cameo, do something comedic with him. You don't take them seriously. Don't, have them try to become an official Sentai, get joked on, trip over themselves, get
Or have them run by the professor's Sentai shop.
Yeah,
And just have
something
them
like
stick their heads out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't do anything serious with them. That's the bottom line of this. They
You
are a
could-
parody. You cannot take them
guys
seriously.
if you have Guy in there, that have their heads popped off, their heads pop out, put it back in. Guy does a double take. Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. But whatever you do, you cannot do anything serious with them because otherwise you ruin the whole point.
Yeah.
All right. Also, he actually adds that if we wanted to post any of his fanfics or fan art that he's sent to us over the recent months, he's given us his consent.
Dude, post it yourself. We're not your answering service.
Yeah, dude. I know you say you have your reasons not to, but dude, if you wanna put them out there, put them fucking out there. Because trust me, you're gonna get a lot more attention on your own than of us. We'll promote them, but you got to put it out there yourself, dude.
It's like if I asked that guy with the glasses to post my stuff out there when I can clearly post it myself and I don't need them to do it.
Yeah. Anyway.
So you know what? Do it yourself.
And he says,
DIY.
and second, who should I draw next as a writer or bug star?
Do whatever you want. It's a
Yeah,
free
dude,
country.
you don't look for suggestions.
Or it was a free country till we elected that hairpiece.
Let's not get into that.
Let's moving right along.
Moving right along, because otherwise the three of us will be in a tirade for months. Anyway, though he does say he's going to be working on one for me and Lady K as writers and Zeltrax as a bug star. Oh, Maddie, get the danger button ready.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because he's got a bonus for us.
Uh-huh.
If you're in a giant car with anime eyes on the highway and a giant monster's in your way, well then, you'll be shaking hands with with danger.
Change it up a little bit.
Fair enough.
All we need is the riff anyway.
That's
Yeah,
true.
fair enough.
Anyway, that's it for him. Maddie, you got the hairball.
After Thanksgiving, you go do it. I need to read this whole thing, guys. This needs to be read.
Oh God.
Easy, you will get it too.
All
Well,
right.
Dino Supercharge is in the books, and we're headed towards Ninja Steel, and people are bitching about the Ninja Steels already. Fuck. Rip, can I borrow your musket? Rip Van Winkle. Go ahead, fat boy. I don't know if there's a button for this, but
Yeah, there is a button for this.
We do have a button for this. We do happen to have a button. We call our Cyril button, Mr. Hairball.
Jesus, God, woman, nothing is ever good enough for you!
You ask Wipes know why things change, or why in some cases Sword, I'm looking at you. We just don't get them, period. Just, hey, you. Oh, hey, you, over there. What's your name?
Leftover.
See, I just shot leftovers. Anyway, I like the finale for what it was, even though I gotta wonder, did it just undo everything in a way? That's kind of half-ass explaining the blue box to show up. Kind of half-ass expecting a blue box to show up, just the whole fixed point in time, yada yada. Shelby did smooch Tyler. Granted, it was on the cheek. That's as much as you're gonna get. Deal with it. Better than nothing.
Better than nothing.
Yeah. And Coda and Ivan have to return to your respective time periods. Kind of sort of understand when the Dark Energy was destroyed, the whole black hole time hole opening, because something similar happened in the dub anyway of the TF Energon. Transformers Energon head into the Cybertron when the Unicron was destroyed, and yeah, people are still trying to shoehorn a talent Energem. Well, that's it for me. You okay?
You
That's
use
it for me.
panty
You
vending
use
sons of
panty-
bitches.
Thank you.
Okay, someone's been watching too much Archer.
Yeah.
Not such
Yeah.
Archer, but
That's true.
watch the Pam quotes.
Yeah.
This is a family show.
Really?
Since
Really?
when? Since when? Since Shut Up, that's when.
Hope you jabronis have a good Thanksgiving. Had a good Thanksgiving. So, and let's get on to Ninja Steel and hit it hard. Raising both brother brawls out.
Hey.
That's it from my buddy the Hairball. It's time for DL Bot.
Yep. So here we are, the big finale. Now let me say this right off the bat by saying I don't hate this finale, and I still think it's better than Super Mega Force. Anyway, positives. Unique way of using the citizens of Earth to destroy the Dark Energem. Pretty cool fight scenes. Nice cap off the Heckle story. Good jokes. Negatives. Bringing in time travel. So the Rangers prevented the dinosaurs from going extinct, and thus they never became Power Rangers. But if that's true, then Shelby would have never tried to chase after Kendall, Chase, and Coda while they were searching for the Energems. And she would have never met Tyler, and Tyler would have never met, and they would have never got together, and in the end... Oh, now I've gone cross-eyed.
Yeah, that's general concern.
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
Yeah, thank you. Sledge's defeat. Yeah, it was unique, but it was anticlimactic as hell. He grows big, nearly stomps the Rangers, and he gets sent into the sun. Lame. Seriously, they would have been at least blown up Sledge with a final strike on the ground.
Agreed.
No talent in the
Yeah.
end. Let me speak about my piece about this and why I think people are so upset about him not showing up. The answer is simple. Build-up and foreshadowing. Yes, it may have been subtle, but it was there. The red and blue on Heckle's scarf for his first outfit. The Spinal Charge Megazord birth spot just happening to lead where Heckle was camping out. And oh yeah, when he touched Koda's Energem one time, it reacted. It glowed in his hand. If that's not foreshadowing to Heckle becoming a Ranger, I don't know what is. I honestly feel Chip did intend on bringing Talon in, but somewhere along the line they said no to his idea.
Probably.
Hell, they had the Talon Ranger in promos. That is what I think has caused people the most trouble with that. They promoted him and that they didn't follow through on it.
You know, you get the feeling Dino Charge should have had something in the fine print akin to a card subject to change.
Pretty much. Anyway, moving on. Overall, this finale is adequate. It's not bad, but it's not all that good either. Now, I know people are complaining about the whole time travel thing being used, but here's the deal. Power Rangers never worked well with time travel. Wild West Rangers, Wormhole, Time Force, which granted was done a little bit better, all of which are examples of Power Rangers not working well with time travel. I give this finale a 7 out of 10. It's just okay. Now, he kind of says to skip this part. He's telling the chat to skip this part, but since we are discussing Power Rangers as a whole, and this is the last email, I'm going to go ahead and read this.
All right.
Now, I would like to take a moment to speculate about Dino Charge, Supercharge as a whole. I'm going to come out right and say it. Somebody was messing with Chip's work. I am convinced that there were several ideas that Chip wanted to do for this season, but were scrapped, either because the higher-ups wanted to save money and be lazy, or just thought a different alternative would be better. Some examples. Singe's conversation at the end of the first half of Dino Supercharge. I think that originally he was supposed to be talking to Sledge, but they changed it at the last minute and added in Arcanon for no damn reason at all. Seriously, Arcanon was pointless. Whoever added him in, congrats. You wasted several episode slots that could have been used to make Dino Charge better. Now, one more thing. I have heard the PR fandom bitch and whine about the finale for Dino Charge even more so than Super Mega Force, to which I respond with this meme. Now, I'm not going to put the picture on screen, but in fact, I'm going to do one better. I'm going to read it. It's a Joker meme. Batman or Dark Knight Joker meme. Wes technically murders a guy with his battleizer on its debut fight. Nobody bats an eye. But when the Dino Charge finale airs and everyone loses their minds...
Good. You were afraid you were gonna fuck it up.
It wasn't as good as I did earlier, but I think it came out okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you
that
did
first
okay.
part is debatable. Just saying.
Yeah. Anyway, people repeat after me. It's a kid's show. You should really just relax.
For Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Hey. Hey.
Hey-o. Now then, enough lollygagging. Riddle time. The category this week is Power Rangers. Let's begin. Riddle number 1. I share a resemblance with another character. My role was minor, but in the end, an event related to me caused a change for someone else. Who am I? Again, I'm going to read that again. I share a resemblance with another character. My role was very minor, but in the end, an event related to me caused a change for someone else. Who am I? Dragon's Aaron, you realize we won't have a show next week.
Nope.
We're gone until Christmas. We're gone until
Hey,
December.
Dragon Zero, I was talking to you when you were thinking, don't send emails, folks. We're not doing shit till Christmas. We're not kidding. We're taking a break. We won't read your emails.
And nobody's even close. Like, I'll just say this. Nobody's even naming the correct series, much less the correct character.
Yeah, call it there, man.
Yeah. Sorry, folks. The correct answer, Lokai from Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Not one of you even came close. All right, number 2. My powers actually reflect my character a little. I played a part in someone defeating the big bad of the season, and something was happening between me and another character behind the scenes of the show. Who am I? Also, Brother Ball, to answer your question, Lokai did give a gift to, what's his name? At the end, that caused a major change. And him getting killed caused, Diabolico. That's who it was. His... More like face turn, DL-Bot.
Yeah.
All right, second riddle again. My powers reflect my character a little. I played a part in someone defeating the big bad of the season, and something was happening between me and another character behind the scenes of the show. Who am I? Power Rangers, Dragons are on. And once again, none of you are even close. Damn, whoever wrote these riddles stumped you guys.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm calling it. Correct answer, Matty from Power Rangers Mystic Force. All right. Riddle number 3. Let's see if you guys can get this one. I was a threat to the Rangers even before I truly entered battle. I had a rivalry with another Ranger, though our first encounter had him and I on the same side. And I had one major victory against the Rangers that was negated by the end of the season. Who am I? I'm going to read that again. I was a threat to the Rangers before I truly entered battle. I had a rivalry with another Ranger, though our first encounter had him and I on the same side. And I had one major victory against the Rangers that was negated by the end of the season. Who am I? Ooh. Wow, all of you are fucking saying Tommy. Jesus, wow. No.
Wow.
DL-Bot, you might want to change that number to 3. I think you're getting 3-0 tonight. Damn. Yeah. None of you... Holy crap. None of you are even close. Well, actually, one of you did actually come close. I will say this. One of you did come close, but... Yeah. Jeez, guys. All right. Calling it here. The correct answer, Camdor from Power Rangers Operation Overdrive. Wow. Holy shit, guys. Not even close. All right. Well,
Ooh.
let's refresh your pages so you guys can keep up from here on out, because it's time for the keyword puzzle. You guys know the drill by now. This is a mystery item. It has nothing to do with the category at all. So anything goes. You have until the end of the music to get me the answer. If you cannot give me the answer by the time the keyword the music is done, you lose. Let's get this over with. So here it is. Keyword though. Treacherous. Creation. Brother. Again, treacherous, creation, brother. Nope, no one's got it yet. Wow, they all are going for the same answer, and nope. Doesn't matter, Zeltrax, it's not correct anyway. Keep trying. Hurry up, you're running out of time. Treacherous, creation, brother. And time's up. Not one of you even came close. Wow, not even close. The correct answer, and easy, I think even DL Boss says, I think you're going to like this one. Nucus from Big Bad Beetleborgs and Beetleborgs Metallics.
Where does the brother part come in? He's not a brother to anyone.
Maybe because he was created by someone who was a brother?
A bit of a stretch. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I think the last one kind of threw people off.
A little bit.
A little bit, but nonetheless, DL Bot just clean sweeps tonight. And of course, Matty, have the danger button ready one more time.
Oh, balls.
Time for the last joke of the night. If you're using magic MacGuffins to travel back in time to defeat a bounty hunter and prevent the dinosaur's extinction, well then, you're shaking hands with danger. And what is... Yeah, send us home, Matty.
Oh, Lord, let me just get back to the thing there. Those are your emails and comments of the week, and the series. I guess you could say for Dino Chart/Super Search. You can send them at rangerrecap@gmail.com. Rules are on the screen. Mr. John Tag, take us home, sir.
Yes, indeed. Opinions only, no news or full summaries. Toku questions only, no more than 2 to 3 questions per comment. No versus questions, 1 email per episode. Please, for the love of God, keep comments as brief as possible. And make sure all emails are due by the start of the live show, which is 9 p.m. Eastern. And here's the thing. Well, tonight we gave you guys some leniency. But tonight is probably one of the last time we're going to allow that, because as of after tonight, if your email is too long, we're not just going to debut. We will be skipping your email entirely. If we feel your email is too long, we just won't fucking read it. Because dating you doesn't seem to be a good enough incentive anymore. You guys are like, I'll take the day. No, you're just going to get your email skipped from now on. So I suggest you put some thought into how short your email is next time. That being said, this very extended edition of Ranger Recap finally comes to a close. Let's quickly talk about what's happening the rest of this week here on RVTV. Tomorrow night, PS3 Game Night. Join Matty Jay and Mike Shell play some GTA 5 online as we round out the year of game nights for everybody. Be sure to join them for that tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on RVTV. Then on Saturday, it's S&N Gaming with Tony Helms and the gang, playing more Borderlands Online. It's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. So don't miss out on that Saturday. Then on Sunday, Toku Riffs Live. Join the three of us along with Spade Ace as we take a look at the latest episodes of Kamen Rider X Aid, Zyuohger, Ultraman Orb, and of course the classics with Black RX and Mega Ranger. It's going to be a lot of action-packed excitement, so don't miss out on that Sunday at 7 over on our Ustream channel. Then on Monday, it's the Rising Sun Podcast, the official anime podcast of RVT. It's my pick this week, so expect some action-packed excitement. Should be a lot of fun. Join us for that Monday at 9 on RVTV. Then on Tuesday, it's Rift Down with TWK and the crew, checking out the latest WWE SmackDown and providing their randomness like they always do. So be sure to join them for that this Tuesday at 8. Then on Wednesday, it's our journey through the Ninth World. Join me and Maddie along with Lady K, Mike Shell, and Mildred the Monk as we play some Numenera online. It's going to be a lot of fun as always, so join us for the excitement Wednesday at 9. Then, of course, since the show is over, we don't have anything going on next Thursday. It's an open day. Well, I might do a Shades Plays, like a live Shades Plays on my stream during the day, but we'll see what happens with that. But there will no longer be a Ranger Recap for a few months. We're going to enjoy a nice little break. So, we'll see what happens. But yeah, nothing really...
We will be back for a Christmas special, but we're going to do it around Christmas. So, for those expecting the show, when the show airs, I believe it's December 10th.
Something like that.
December 10th? Don't expect it that week.
Well, yeah. We'll see how.
And for those wondering, Tokusatsu game fan, game night, we're putting it on the shelf, but I am thinking of doing the WrestleCast live on a weekly basis now. So,
yeah, we've got a couple other ideas tossed around, so we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, that is gonna do it for us here tonight. Easy, I know you said you didn't have any jokes, but you know, I think you got enough time to take us home, brother.
Yep, because I gotta be at work in an hour. Yep. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed us. Hope you enjoyed three grown man children complaining about a kid's show for 4 hours. Anyway, that's going to do it for us. We appreciate you letting us have this hiatus. Lord knows I need the free time to do other stuff and rest between this dead-end job. Anyway, I'm Easy Rider, reminding you that the fan sub will never die. We are your Ranger Recappers. We will see you. Well, we won't see you next week. We'll see you when we see you. And as always, don't forget to Dino.
hey.
Hang on. Click on the mall on my belt. Supercharge. And as always, may the power protect you. And don't F up any more timeline.
Please.
See ya.
Shelby, you should come too.
Sure. Well, once I'm finished studying dinosaurs, of course.
Guys, there's an emergency at the museum. Quick, we have to go.
So where's the emergency?
Oh, thank goodness. Everything looks fine.
Guys, take a look at the sign.
Amber Beach Dinosaur Zoo?
Of course. Sledge's asteroids never hit Earth. So the dinosaurs...
They never went extinct.
You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and before you even knew what you had, you patented it and packaged it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it. You want to sell it. Well...
Wait. Slow down. I have a better one.
The Triceratops has indigestion. Again.
That is one big pile of shit.